You want me to leave the volume on there?
Yeah.
Grabbing another pillow.
For
All right, mic check, mic check.
check.
What's
Do a
going
quick
on?
sound check, guys.
Do we have sound?
What's going on?
Everybody watching, can you hear us?
Check.
Everybody watching, can
you
hear us? Check. All right.
You?
Loopy Liana says no chipmunks. We're good.
No chipmunks. We got no chipmunks.
Says no chipmunks. We're good.
All right. Mute the stream.
Yeah. Turn it
Shut
off.
up.
All right.
All right, we good.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Crit One and Done's live stream. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Chris, and I'm joined by our players. We have Mike. Throw up your hands. Just
I want to introduce myself. Which camera am I looking at right now? This one?
that one.
This one?
The player.
I'm Mike. I'm playing Dangar Malice.
I'm Matt. Jack Darkfist.
I'm Austin. I'll be Thaddeus occasionally.
Occasionally. All right. What did I just click? Right. Get out of my screen.
So there's an echo.
Who's got an echo?
Oh, she said that before. I think when I had my volume on.
It also, we might be picking.
All right, we're using new mics, guys, so just bear with us. We're just getting all the kinks out.
That
All right, well,
that
we're
we
back with
tested.
episode 5 of my campaign, the Thieves Gambit. And as always, if you'd like to check out any of our past episodes, clips, or highlights, check us out on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, don't forget to check out one of our friends and sponsors over at wormstrove.com, where if you use the code CRIT1ANDDONE,
Worms Trove.
Wormstrove, you'll get 10% off your order.
Is a sponsor. Great place.
Is a sponsor.
Yes.
Is a sponsor.
And we're also excited to announce a brand new sponsor,
New sponsor.
Legendary Realms Terrain. You can check them out on Instagram and on their website, lrtterrain.com. They specialize in hand-painted 3D terrain for immersive RPGs and tabletop gaming. And
Is a sponsor.
Is a sponsor.
Is a sponsor.
And we're going to be using their stuff a lot from now on. So
Yes.
keep an eye out. It's fucking cool.
Yes, very cool. And we met them over at the Long Island Tabletop Expo. We're very impressed with their stuff. Got to talking to them, and so here we are with them.
They liked me.
And as always, we're going to start tonight's session by giving you a brief recap of our previous episode so that you're all caught up and we'll be ready to roll some dice. So here we go.
Picture, if you will, a man adrift in a sea of sameness, his scent predictable, forgettable, just like everyone else's. But what if there was another path? A fragrance that didn't just blend in, but announced itself with startling clarity. We present Cologne, C-A-L-O-N-E-Y. A cologne developed for the man standing slightly apart from the crowd. Its profile, unexpected, unconventional. The robust, forthright aroma of fine, cured bologna. Yes, cologne. It may not be what they expect, but they will notice. It's a scent that lingers, not merely in the air, but in the mind's eye. A conversation starter, or perhaps a conversation stopper. I'm talking bologna stank that makes it tough to room with you. Step out of the ordinary. Find cologne where discerning individuals seek thee. Distinctive bologna scented stench in a spray. Ask for it by name. Cologne. Make an impression they can't quite categorize. When we last saw Jack, Thaddeus, and Dangar, they arrived at the smuggler's hideout in search of Calrissian, the piece of shit who roughed up one of Madame Dumont's girls and who needed to be taken care of permanently. After sneaking past and taking care of the lookouts at an abandoned watchtower, Dangar decided to tiptoe across the cove using his spell of water walking to investigate the ship that was anchored there. Upon finding really nothing at all and wasting his time, Dangar again tiptoed across the waters to speak to his companions. Once they saw that the ship was leaving, the Spectres decided to all hop into one of the rowboats that was conveniently located on the riverbank nearby. Upon almost sinking, Mainly due to Jack's enormous weight, they made it across the cove to the docks. They then made their way into the large cave where the smugglers were encamped. However, the encampment was empty. Using their keen senses of investigation, the Spectres found a hidden entrance in the back of the cave and followed a path up and into the woods. After a short trek, and after Thaddeus decided it would be a good idea to use his disguise kit, they came upon a clearing in the forest. Here amongst the ancient ruins, the smugglers were drinking and gambling. However, no games of chance were being played, but one of blood. The Spectres witnessed a pugilistic bout between one of the smugglers and one who they would shortly learn to be their leader and the man they were seeking, Calrissian. Thaddeus decided to emerge from hiding and blended in with the rest of the smugglers using his disguise. Being the degenerate that he is, he also placed a bet on Calrissian to win. Calrissian not only knocked this man to the ground, but then proceeded to cave his skull in with his large warhammer. After Thaddeus used his skillful tongue, get your mind out of the gutter, he just talked to him for Christ's sakes, to delay Calrissian from walking back to the cave with the rest of his crew, Dangar and Jack sprung the trap. The Spectres did what they came to do, kill Calrissian. Thaddeus found a peculiar ring upon his corpse and was able to translate the dwarvish inscription that read, Hammerhand. The Spectres made their way back inside the cave, but had to be much more careful this time. Not only were the rest of the smugglers drunkenly fast asleep, but there was a large warhound milling about the camp. Dangar thought it would be a good idea to cast sleep upon the hound, but failed miserably. The hound's loud barks woke up the whole camp, and the fight began. While relatively easily defeating the smugglers, the warhound proved to be a tough opponent for our heroes. Are they, though? Through cunning and superior tactics, the Spectres felled this ferocious beast to claim another victory. Weary from a very long day, the Spectres decided to make camp here for the night. This is where our story continues.
All right, so we're all caught up. You guys ready to roll some dice?
Oh,
Never.
always.
All right, so you guys camp for the night. Did anything happen in the night? You guys talk about anything? You make any decisions? Anything eventful in your opinions? No.
Yo, good
No.
question. I think Thaddeus would have set up a little something for masks, said some prayers, did some prayer con. Would you have joined me?
If I witnessed you doing it before I did, yes. I would be upset with myself first and then go join you.
We made some kills in the shadows, honoring our deity.
I meditated.
For
and
4
then-
hours.
For 4 hours.
Just stared at the moon.
I stared at a
I
wall,
just- I
hating
just
that
chilled,
stupid dog.
Yeah, that dog really
For real.
fucked you guys up.
Fuck that dog.
Just stared at a wall.
All because your sleep spell failed, Mike.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean,
I wanted to
it's morning. You guys got a nice long rest. Did you guys all long rest?
Yes.
I think so,
characters?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heroic inspiration.
So at this point, you obviously know that you came to do what you had to do. You killed Calrissian. And Madame Dumont wanted him dead. So at this point, you guys want to start heading back towards Baldur's Gate?
Well, it's good that I can
wanna-
see the stream too.
Oh yeah.
No, you're fine. It's
So-
fine right there. That's why I was moving your
Yeah,
mic.
that's fine. I think we should walk back to that cart to see if there's any
Yes.
changes to
Well,
it now that it's daylight.
Remember, he did say there was tracks coming from the cart too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we can probably see if we can roll a history check, see if there's any different tracks, fresh tracks.
Yeah, of course.
I think that might
Yeah.
be good to check
All
that
right,
out.
so we want to make our way back to that overturned cart.
Okay.
Lead the way, Jack.
Say no more.
Say no mo.
Say
Overturned
no
cart.
more.
Roll up to the cart.
And what's it like? 7, 8 in the morning?
Yeah,
It's
it's maybe even earlier. You got an early start right after
Like,
sunrise.
Sun is all right. So sun
All right,
is sun
first
is
light.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
So we roll up to the cart. I want to roll investigation again, just to see if anything's different. We know there was black powder there. We saw that there was.
I will aid him as an investigation.
Austin loves aiding.
Well, either that or I could roll my own die.
Investigation.
I can't roll anything.
So I have it
under
with
16.
with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Wow.
See,
I don't need it.
away from the dice.
Wait,
now.
we got to shout out hit point. This is the dice I got from hit point, and I nat 20 them when we played against
With
them.
the same die.
With
Very
the same
nice.
dice.
Very nice.
All right.
All right. Basically, the first time you guys came upon the cart, the horse and the cart were just all torn to shit. Blood everywhere, guts everywhere from the horse. I think it was Thaddeus, though, that found, amongst all the dead fish that they were carrying,
Yes.
that there were some signs of. Do you remember?
I remember.
There were signs of black powder, obviously, but
Yeah.
there
Correct.
were animal tracks as well.
Yes. So you did see that there was the black powder. Everything is still pretty much as it was. I mean,
It
maybe,
hasn't been a crazy.
maybe a little more rot since it's been another day.
No
Yeah.
new
No.
tracks. No
No new
fresh
tracks. The tracks are still there.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
You
at this
said the
point,
tracks kind of lead off into the woods, right?
so you're on the riverbank. So picture them leading up on top of the riverbank and into the woods.
Okay.
Would I roll like animal handling or investigation to try and see what kind of tracks they are?
Roll survival.
Survival.
Yes.
Alright, be careful.
Beach music.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Ooh.
They're scared of the dice
yeah,
jam.
What do you do to determine the tracks? Give me some.
My gigantic body.
narrative
I
here.
squat down on one knee. I'm looking at it. I can see it's got like almost like a claw, but it's got what, 3? I would say there's like 3 toes with claws on it. So I get up, I turn around, and tell you guys like, come over here, come over here. I think I know what this is. It's got the 3 claws on it. Did you tell me what it is?
They are knoll tracks.
Okay, so I tell my boys, like, yo, these are definitely knolls. If you guys want to take the black powder, I say we follow these tracks to see if they took anything from this cart.
I agree with him, but can I roll history to see if I remember if gnolls have any specific weaknesses?
Sure.
No? Let's see.
I don't know if you should. I'm gonna talk to you boys.
What did you roll?
Crit fail.
You crit fail.
What's a gnoll?
Yeah, you don't even remember. You guys want to remind your companion what a knoll is?
Dangar stares off into the middle distance
No.
for about 20 minutes. Well, I
Is
don't
it a
know.
domesticated house cat?
I don't know if we should follow these things. We should get back to Mount Dumont, collect our reward.
I'm interested.
I'm interested too. Black powder is not a super readily accessible resource.
It is a pretty rare component, pretty rare item.
I think
Could
we
be
could-
worth, good amount of coin. You could use it, whatever you guys want to do with it.
I think we have a chance to get our hands on.
Did you pick up any of it?
I was just gonna say
when
if
you
No,
first-
because it was dark.
yeah.
I could barely
So-
see.
okay,
I
Okay,
wasn't
you
even
barely
sure how
see it.
much
Also,
was
let's
that.
put it this way: it was tainted because it was torn apart. There's like fish guts everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
it was,
all wet,
so it's not even worth taking.
But I did mention that you noticed something was missing.
Yes.
Like the shipment's not fully intact. There's
Yeah.
definitely stuff missing.
So
Yeah.
I'd say like if there's a chance for us to get our hands on black powder for a 5-finger discount that we could use, we could sell it later, or we could use it to break into something that's might be more secure than what we're used to dealing with. I think it's worth at least checking it out. We'll be on our guard as we follow it. I mean, I don't even know what a gnoll fucking is. So it's
Again, do you guys want to explain what a knoll is to your companion,
I
Dango?
want to try to use history to see if I remember. What 12.
You generally know that You generally know that a knoll is a humanoid type creature, it's bipedal,
Okay.
pretty tall. Generally 6-7 feet tall.
Not very smart.
Not very intelligent. They are sentient, but they're not super smart. But they can speak. They do have language. And they do travel in packs. And they do tend to like to waylay travelers, set ambushes,
All right.
stuff like that.
I tell you all that, and then knowing that they might set ambushes, I'll say we should be very stealthy, and also with your illusions, we might be able to distract them, steal what we need, and get out of there.
Yeah. No, I agree. Jack,
Quick snatch and grab.
what say
You
you?
guys going for a trek through the woods?
What say you?
You guys taking a trek through the woods?
We have time to kill.
Actually, wait. I want to check my invisibility spell and see if I can cast it on all 3 of us, and then we can really.
If you cast it at higher levels, maybe. Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
But don't worry, I'm like the wind. I'm everywhere and nowhere, baby.
Checking spells.
Spell slot above 2.
Checking spells, not a sponsor. Just a
Yeah.
fun thing to do during D&D to slow down the game.
Yeah, shouldn't you know these things already, Dangar?
So while
Well,
he's
how do the
checking,
specifics of it?
while he's checking, I
Yes,
think we
read
should
this one.
stealth
Yeah,
our
let's get
way
moving.
up the
Sure.
path. Where we should be stealthy,
Okay,
correct?
Yeah.
So I can cast invisibility on all 3 of us.
Okay, good.
Okay. Clear the board. Bear with us, ladies and gents. Austin, if you wouldn't mind going over there and grabbing the grassy battle mat or
Isn't
mat.
that
Just
this
be
one?
careful.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
which
it's
is
over
over
here.
there?
Sorry.
Yo,
Oh,
Well, that works. Yeah, that works.
we're good.
But actually, Austin, grab the trees. Grab the big piece of terrain that Matt got.
The styrofoam
Yeah.
piece.
Set them up as you want. You know, no specific.
And then grab that. Yeah.
And Mike,
so show off our camera angles.
yeah, hold on. We're setting up the board, people.
Camera angles, not a sponsor.
Everybody watching, how do we sound? Everything sound good? Look good?
Yeah.
Any issues?
Do you want us to roll stealth? Because I definitely want to do this sneaky. Because
You do not have to roll stealth.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, we're
Where do you want
invisible.
the cave?
Face the cave.
Well,
not
I,
yet.
no,
Yeah,
I
do
didn't. I didn't cast
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
like
yeah,
this.
Yeah, just like that. That's fine.
Okay.
Because if they set traps and shit and stuff like that, I definitely want to be.
And put you
Sneaky,
guys back
sneaky.
on the board.
And just keep.
Yeah,
us,
like say you're heading towards that direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Okay.
Since you're the color green, you should just
I'm
lie
not
down.
getting any feedback from
crawl.
anybody.
Army crawl on the grass.
In the chat.
No news is good news.
Unless we sound like chipmunks.
That would be bad news. Dude, I'm gonna have like 15. I have a bad feeling there's gonna be a lot of dice in here.
All right,
Not
so
feeling it tonight.
we're like up into the cresting into
Green
the
ones.
forest now.
Okay, you guys ready to
Following
proceed?
the tracks.
Yeah,
One
we're
second.
following the tracks.
And I want to stealth. Stealthy. You got to stealth.
We got forest music coming.
They set traps. We have to stealth. We have to perceive, analyze the target, and eliminate.
What?
Okay, so let's say you head up the riverbank and you start making your way through the woods. As we said before, you are in the dead of summer. The heat's a little less oppressive in the forest. You got some tree cover, but it's still a very hot day. You guys are starting to break a little bit of a sweat, trekking through the woods, following these tracks.
Is it like
Okay.
Predator?
What do you mean?
Like when they're in the woods in the jungle?
I don't know what Predator is in the Forgotten Realms, Austin.
Oh! I'm changing my accent to Arnold. You
I
son
would
of a
like
bitch.
you guys to collectively roll survival to keep following these tracks.
I'm going with the big boy.
Going with the
Because
OG.
none of you are rangers,
10.
17.
What am I rolling?
Survival.
survival.
9.
Okay.
enough to
Because
keep
Jack
it out of
rolled a
jail.
17, you're leading the way. You're keeping track of everything. Dangar and Thaddeus are kind of just like looking about, maybe checking the flanks, make sure nobody's
I'm down on all fours.
trying to come up on them.
Down on all fours.
Yeah,
Sniffing
sniffing the ground.
Sniffing the trail. Sniffing them out.
After about like an hour or so of walking through the forest, because they traveled a bit with their loot, these gnolls, you come upon the entrance to what appears to be a cave. So,
Oh, so we're all the way up.
What's up?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to roll perception and
Sure.
I was gonna say I'll aid him on that. I want to do the same thing.
yeah. 23.
Very nice.
Full of
You definitely.
Well, I got just in case. Sure.
So are you coming up right to the entrance? Like
Well,
you,
let's,
you,
I
you're
don't
peering
wanna-
in?
I don't want to do anything yet until we could
yeah,
stealth up. 'cause
we'll
don't
say.
wanna
I
bug
mean,
them.
we'll just like this. We'll say we're like 30 feet back. We're like not right up on top of it, but
Okay. So generally, medium-sized cave entrance, nothing overly cavernous, gigantic, but you could definitely not see anything from this angle per se, but with your dark vision, you could definitely see that there's a slope leading downwards after you would enter the cave.
okay.
But you said you were about 30 feet away.
Yeah.
That's really all you could tell unless you get closer.
All right. So I'm gonna say at this point, let me cast.
In other words,
invisibility.
there's nobody guarding it. There's nobody standing outside of it.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Okay.
That way we can kind of
Stealth.
How long does your
Yeah.
invisibility spell last?
Let's see.
I want to say it's
It's up to an hour.
Okay, you're good.
hour.
All
yeah.
right, so I'm gonna
So go for it.
cast it.
Probably don't even need it on me, bro. Right now I'm at plus 13
could you
stealth,
cast
and
it
I
at
have
a
my cloak
lower
to
level
match the
stealth?
side of
Huh?
the thing.
Could cast it at a lower.
If you want to
level.
cast it at a low one, you probably don't need it on me.
It's fine. I already cast it. We're all
So-
invisible.
All right.
Okay.
So we get advantage on all our stealth rolls, I think, right, with invisibility?
I mean, maybe more than that.
You hear the spell casting in the background? You whispering?
Yeah, so it ends.
I'm trying out Pocket Bard. If anybody's familiar with that, we're for our background ambiance and music.
So it just says we all have the invisible condition.
Okay.
So until we attack or someone casts a spell.
FYI, as long as you guys are within 10 feet of me, I can see you.
What do you mean?
I have a new feat, Skulker. I have blind
that's
vision
true.
within 10 feet. I can see things invisible within 10 feet of me. So I should probably be in the middle and kind of like have you guys. Oh, that's blinded. I want invisible.
Nope, you're blinded.
It's too late.
I should probably be in the middle and you guys, like, because you guys can't see each other. Unless you can see invisibility stuff. I don't know if you can.
Need you to reset the board. You guys are gonna make your way into the cave, right?
Yeah.
We're going to stealth
Yeah,
into
cross up
Matt,
behind
I believe
Stone.
if you check the back of that one, it should be a cave.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
And we definitely.
Maybe the back of that one, Austin?
I'm gonna put some of this terrain over here, Matt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that cave?
Yeah.
Okay. You can leave that on the board, Mike.
Well,
Just
I
put that
mean,
on
Just
top
put
of
it behind you.
Okay.
It's fine.
And go ahead and set up
Just
some
anywhere.
formations. Yeah.
I'm in the middle, Jack in front. I gave you a piece of my cloak to hold on, and I'm holding
Let's
on to
also
the back
say-
of your cloak.
If you maybe want to draw like a pool of water. It's in some part of the cave.
Mike, you got that?
Just like a little pool like this.
Yeah.
Mike, is that cool with you?
Yeah.
I gave you a piece of my cloak, and I'm holding on to him because I'm
There you
the only one who.
I can
see
also
both.
cast message too, so we can communicate even
Follow
if we
the
can't
leader.
see each other.
Yep.
Okay.
And I definitely think we should roll stealth at this point because we don't want to alert them or like trip or fall. Or...
I mean, I can tell you guys that as soon as you're making your way into the cave, you notice that there are a lot of bones strewn about the ground. The bloody tracks are still leading down and into the cave.
Okay.
It's surprisingly not pitch black inside. There are the dim light of blue crystals that are against the walls, kind of lighting your way, like bioluminescence almost.
That's what I'm talking
Crystals.
about. My kind of cave.
Colors are bullshit.
So if you guys, as you head deeper into the cave, you start to gain a sense of like a rotten flesh type smell. Doesn't smell great. Gnolls aren't known for their
Hygiene.
nice scent and
Yeah.
for cologne, you know. So at this point, let's say that you're gonna come around like a bend, and you're gonna be kind of like looking into a large clearing in the cave,
Okay.
and in that large clearing are gonna be 4 gnolls. Kind of just chilling, you know. This is their little encampment. This is where their hideout is.
So let's go.
Two of them are much larger than the other ones.
Okay.
2 seem like little like henchmen lackeys, and the other ones might be the ones in charge. And the gnolls are also known for like their guttural language and their laughing like hyena type, and that kind of stuff, you know. And they seem to be gnawing on something, but you can't tell at this angle what it is. You can't really see.
Can we try to roll perception to see if we can locate the black powder?
Yeah, you can roll perception.
It's a crit fail, but anything under a
Oh,
9 that I am proficient with automatically counts as a 10. So my perception is a 14.
So you rolled 14.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
I love that trait.
It's ridiculous.
14 on perception.
Oh, it's just you. You didn't do a collective perception.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Done.
You guys all roll perception.
Uh,
You're all peeking around,
12.
sticking your heads out.
Okay, 12.
12.
Is it like a cartoon? Like,
Yeah.
18.
there you go.
Okay, so you're all peeking your heads
rolling
out,
tonight,
looking down.
boys.
Let's say you're kind of in an elevated
We're the
position, like
boys.
at the top of almost a slope leading downwards.
Mhm.
And you can definitely see that in their encampment, there is a stack of barrels.
I'm gonna put it like in the back a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. You got the zoom cam.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have time to paint those other two knolls.
Oh my god, the cameras are so much better.
Well, we'd like to think so, right? So at this point, you're also going to notice that there is, towards the left side of the knolls, there is going to be a man that's tied up to one of the 4 rock formations. And he's definitely split open,
Oh, he's dead?
100% dead.
Oh, okay.
And you realize that this is what they're eating.
Okay.
So the knolls are not known for being picky eaters.
Put a little blood. A little pool of blood.
All right.
At this point, just the way you're angled, you would have some cover if you were to approach down into the cave. Not much, but you could probably discern that
Where's the wall of the cave? Like, we were gonna say the map is like the wall. It's like,
yeah,
is
I'd
this
say the
all-
map is the
Okay,
wall.
so we just have some room to maneuver. Like,
Yeah.
This is blocked.
If you, I
off,
don't know
I'm
if you want to
assuming.
pull any more of those, Austin. If you go behind you, there's that the brown box.
Mhm.
There's some more rock formations that Mike got. Also, didn't have time to paint them. Sorry. Oh, white
Oh,
box.
yeah.
Sorry.
cave terrain.
Too many boxes.
Brown box, not a sponsor. Just a great thing to use to store things. Don't need a door.
Now, as you're taking observance, the knolls are, doing still gnawing on these things. They're tossing the bones into the water. So
So when we say they're like facing away from us, then.
yeah, the knolls are not paying attention to.
So if they're eating this guy,
They're also not known for their intelligence, like we said, so they're not
We'll say
paying
they're
attention.
more
They're not.
like-
They're not
yeah.
on guard. They're not expecting anyone to come into the cave.
They're like over here chowing on the
Yeah,
food.
they're chowing on the dude,
Alright.
ripping his entrails out, that kind of good stuff.
I'm going to try to yank on Dangar to try to signal him to do message.
Okay, I cast message.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do we know how much smoke powder like it weighs?
No.
Well, I mean,
All you know
we
from
have
this
Jack.
angle is you could see the barrels of it stacked in, behind their encampment, but you can't tell how big they are, how much there is.
Okay, so I cast my message, and I just kind of say in my head to Thaddeus. So what are you thinking? I said they're definitely distracted. We can definitely get to the smoke powder. It's just going to be a matter of getting it out of here.
You can use your illusions to trick them, and I can make sounds of a screaming person and help, and just stealth and hide. And when they come running over, we can just keep them go back and forth. The rocks to the right side, I could go behind those rocks. You could cast an illusion next to the person,
Pull
get
them
them
out.
screaming,
All right, let me see.
and I can just stealth and hide, and then we'll just keep them running around
Okay.
while Jack moves the barrels. And if shit goes wrong, we attack.
That works for me. So we'll just say, because message for me is a cantrip, so I'm gonna say like.
And you're also like right next to me.
Yeah.
They're a good.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna
30, 40
communicate.
feet away.
We communicate the plan to Jack that like
Okay.
we're gonna try to draw them out, and Jack, like if you could kind of wheel around and get the barrels and get out, if we could do that without having to fight a bunch of gnolls. That's the plan. So I'm gonna make my way just a little bit over, as I can see over here. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Well, hold on. But before you cast illusion, let me get in place. I want to try to stealth over here behind these,
Okay.
next to those rocks.
What are you gonna do over there? Because
So,
I'm gonna cast the illusion over here.
Okay, so where do you want me to go to draw? Like, if he's trying to go back the same route, swinging left, just after they figure out it's an illusion, I can go like over here and make like a hurt person sound. So then they run over to me, and then I can like stealth back over here. And
Okay,
I can
so
just
you're
keep
gonna
them
run
bouncing
around. All right.
oh yeah, I'm gonna be moving around.
Okay, so I'm gonna say then I'm gonna try to make my way over here.
And I'm gonna try to stealth.
Do I need to roll stealth, or can we just say that I make it from there to there?
You're gonna roll stealth
I think
because they can't
there
fit.
is
They
bones
cannot.
on the ground too.
Okay.
Very perceptive, Jack Darkfist.
Well,
Even though you're invisible, you're not silent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you're Silent Spectre,
do we get advantage on stealth rolls because we're invisible?
you do.
And they would have to roll perception against us with disadvantage too.
No, it would be passive perception because they're not actively trying to perceive us.
Correct.
Let's see.
All right. Was it stealth?
With advantage. One at a time.
25.
Okay. Dangar is
I
whatever
rolled
you're
18,
doing.
19.
Whatever
yeah.
you're doing, you're not being heard.
17.
Okay.
24.
You're all managing to sneak so far to where you're trying to go.
So Jack is like,
We're moving together essentially.
Yeah, we all left.
just say you're like over there. We'll just say that's a little bit more like that.
Yeah, so I can sneak past.
Yeah.
and
all right,
cast your
There's
illusion.
Jack.
So at this point, I'm gonna.
Dangar. Oh, no, that's Thaddeus.
Yeah, that's on.
Where's Dangar?
Dude,
There's
we can
Dangar.
actually like legit see ourselves on the cams now. That's
I know.
fucking sick.
Just be careful with that camera, Austin. I know it's very close, but if you bump it, it wobbles a lot.
Wobble-dee, wobble-dee, wobble, wobble, wobble.
Not a sponsor if it won though.
All right.
Though might be one day.
So I'm gonna cast minor illusion. I'm gonna cast illusion of a person that's wailing and screaming on the ground over kind of by where Thaddeus is.
Okay.
Just gonna grab
Grab a rando.
yeah.
A rando.
So I'm gonna say that's my illusion there.
Do your minor illusions have sound? Is that different than like silent image?
Yeah,
Yeah.
check that because the gnolls are not looking in that direction.
Because I
so-
can make the sounds.
Yeah, it can make sound.
It
Okay.
can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, your minor illusion alerts the gnolls. They all wheel and wheel about, and they see this, and they all like pounce.
Are you gonna?
Okay.
I'm gonna start as they move. Right when I see them turn tail and go, I'm gonna roll up to the barrels.
Keep in mind though that there is a pool of water in your way. You see that, right?
Is that
You would have to.
Are we saying that's the scale?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have to travel long ways
You're gonna
around that
jump
at this
over
point.
I might jump over it.
Or you could try jumping.
Where would it?
That's a good question. Where would you find your jump distance?
I believe your jump distance.
Because it has to do with your strength and
I believe
athletics.
so, yeah.
I think your jumping distance is like half your walking speed.
That's a lot. Well, how far really do you have to jump?
But you can.
I
Also,
mean, it's a 10-foot jump.
I think you can use step of the wind and you double your jumping distance.
Well,
But
I can do that.
he only
Yeah.
needs to jump 10 feet,
But it's-
Chris.
I
Can we
think
just
it's
say
only-
that he
it's
can
only
jump 10 feet?
I can.
Yeah,
I can
I'd say you
roll.
could do a 10-foot jump.
Okay.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. I mean, you really only need to jump 2 squares to make it over the water.
Well, hopefully I do. What'd you say?
Acrobatics.
So 18.
Okay. You very easily make the jump. However, the second you land in a pile of bones that you weren't paying attention to. And now the gnolls turn about. And
As soon as the gnolls turn, I immediately go, help me!
Oh, yeah. So
okay,
my,
so
my
half.
illusion would be gone. At that, if they're like
You
on
want
top
me to
of it.
roll deception to try to?
Yes, but so 2 of the gnolls are approaching Jack's position, and
Okay,
2 of the gnolls stay.
If I see them walking over, I'm gonna scream even louder. Then I'm gonna scream and wail as much as possible to get all 4 of their attention.
Okay.
So I think.
So what are they doing? Are they all going to Thaddeus, or
Well,
is it
let me
2 and
roll
2?
my deception to see how
Okay.
I deceive them here. I'm just saying with my actor. Okay, all right. So I will roll my deception check, which my deception is pretty good. It's a 22 on deception.
Okay. So again, the gnolls have no idea what's going on. They're sticking in this area, but they're kind of poking about, and they know something's up. They know there's something's weird.
Distract all 4 of them with that roll.
Let's say one of them is approaching Jack's position. 3 of them are sticking around. 1 is.
Are they walking towards me now?
Yes.
All right. As they're walking towards me, I'm going to turn and just whip a ball bearing as hard as I can over in this direction.
Okay.
Well,
What are you rolling for that?
I don't know. What do you want me to roll?
they're all just gonna look at me.
No, I'm throwing it back over.
Oh,
like,
I
back
thought
over
you
here.
said you were throwing it over here.
No, like
okay,
back
okay,
over
okay,
here.
okay,
Because
okay.
he said the edge of the cave is the wall, so I'm throwing it like back by that wall.
So you want them going back that direction?
I'm going to try to get them to look over here now, but it's going to be like it's a metal ball bearing, so it's going to be like a loud crack.
Yeah.
Just to get them looking another way, so
Especially in a cave.
Oh yeah, with like an echoing sound.
Yeah.
What do you want me to roll like dex like an attack?
Yeah.
All right.
That works.
18.
Okay.
Whip a ball bearing over here.
So you yank out your ball bearing, you whip it in the distance. It smacks against the cave wall. The gnolls definitely hear it, but you might have forgotten that gnolls have a very keen sense of smell. So the gnolls, even though they heard this sound at this point, they don't move towards it. They're still walking towards you, and they smell something. They know there's something going
Are we
on.
in combat yet, or since I'm still hidden, can I cast something now?
If you want to cast, you can do whatever you want because you're in the distance. You're not anywhere near them.
All right, so I'm
Can I
gonna
distract this guy at least now?
No, that guy is still going to be making his way towards Jack because he heard the crash of the bones. He realizes his companions are taking care of whatever's happening over here, but he wants to investigate what happened with the crash of the bones over there. So let's put him closer to Jack.
I want to cast blindness on the 2 big ones.
Okay. What do they have to roll against?
It's a 15 con save.
Okay, 1 second.
So I got plenty of range on it. So I can definitely reach both of them, and I can cast it on 2 different people since I'm casting it at 3rd level.
All right, let's see. Rolling. They crit fail.
All right, so they're both blind. Get that blind.
Who's both blind though?
The 2 big gnolls.
Okay, but only 2 of them.
The 2 big ones, yeah.
Okay, and how long does blind last?
I think it lasts a minute.
Now, because you casted blind on them, does that initiate combat?
It's up to you. I would, unless we haven't started attacking or anything.
And I'm still.
They wouldn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm still hidden.
I guess because you didn't physically. They didn't physically see you.
So I'm not invisible anymore, though.
Okay,
so
you're not invisible.
I'm not invisible, but I mean, if they're not looking at me, and all of a sudden
Okay.
they're just blind.
Okay,
And you can
That's fair
just
enough.
duck behind the rock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to stealth and try to, since they're walking towards me this way, I want to stealth and move over here towards this rock.
Go for it.
While all this is happening, can we say Jack is?
I want to pick up the barrels.
Yeah.
I rolled a 29.
Okay, yeah, you're. No one's seeing you, hearing you, moving that way.
Does he need to roll anything to pick up the smoke powder?
Okay, at this point, Jack, you're on top of the barrels. You're looking at them. How much carry weight do you have, though? At this point,
My boy Jack built like a brick.
I know he's big.
Carry anything.
I know he can carry a lot, but you're talking about
One
3
over each
decent-sized
shoulder.
barrels.
So, where does it even say it?
Yeah, it should be under inventory.
How long does blind last?
A minute.
Yeah, but it just says unencumbered. It says weight carried 37.5. That's it though.
You don't have a max carry weight?
He might have it if he goes into his
All right, look.
Yeah.
Put it this way. You can absolutely, if you wanted to heft 2 of these barrels, 1 on each shoulder, you can do that. There's no way you're picking up
Getting
the
all
3rd
3.
by yourself, though.
So 2 barrels is enough for now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'll do that.
Okay. But because you're lifting up 2 extremely heavy barrels,
It's stealthy.
you're not. There's no way you're keeping your invisibility. You're making a lot of noise. You're lifting up these big barrels. You're moaning. You're groaning. So you could start making your way towards the exit, but I don't know if you're going to get too far.
Would he moan and groan if you rolled like a nat 20 on a strength check?
Did you roll a strength?
I didn't roll anything.
Yeah, you didn't roll anything. So let's see your strength check.
12.
Yeah, you pick them up.
Yeah.
You definitely pick them up.
Yeah.
But you're struggling. You know, they are very heavy. They're cumbersome. You're also trying to be stealthy about it and like moving back the cave. But at this point, the two gnolls that are not blinded are gonna see you. They're gonna turn
as
around.
They're turning around. I'm gonna start screaming bloody murder again
Okay.
because they're right next to me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring their line of sight this way by screaming bloody murder.
But what I said was at this point they already turned around and saw Jack.
Well, as I see them turning around, I want to scream.
Okay. You could do that, but they still saw Jack.
Oh, so then I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. They already turned. They already saw
I
Jack.
have a chance to try to deceive them.
And I'd like everybody to roll for initiative.
You're not invisible anymore.
Nat 20.
18.
You're not invisible anymore.
All right, hold on 1 second. Mike, I just need you to put that on the floor or something.
Mike is still invisible.
No, I'm
No,
not.
it's not.
When you cast a spell, invisibility goes away.
Sorry, what did you guys roll?
18.
Nat 20.
14.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Nat 20.
Okay. Matt?
18 and then 14.
So I would.
All right, I'm going to say the gnolls are collectively going to roll.
I would say at this point, like.
And at this point, they're no longer blinded. It's definitely been at least a minute since all this has occurred.
Yeah.
They rolled an 11. Label them 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's say.
Are you rolling separate for the two big ones?
Yeah, you know what? I should. Hold on.
You have the black marker, Chris?
Yeah, give me 1 second though.
Probably don't use the black. Maybe use the green or the blue showed up kind of nice.
Dang.
The black will show up.
Jack.
So then the big knoll,
And-
everybody's a different number. The knolls.
Yeah, they
Big
should.
one, big two.
Yeah, B1, B2.
B1, B2.
Yeah, yeah.
1 and 2.
And you can go green one. Green one. Green one.
Here, let me roll. Let me roll for the small guys.
Football, fun sport, not a sponsor.
13.
The best sport.
So
You're up first, Bridget.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to switch initiatives with me or no? I think I'm last.
one,
You're
small
third.
2,
Lily
big
goes
1.
Well, I mean,
1, 2,
last
3.
one.
Yeah.
Dangar, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast.
I don't want to put these barrels down.
I was gonna say you could run towards the door.
Yeah,
cover.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I don't think we need to kill all of these things. Let's incapacitate them and just hightail it out.
Because I can shoot them prone. I can snipe them.
Yeah.
And then how tall is this cave?
Let's say it's at least like 20, 30 feet tall. It's not massive, but
Because I could definitely.
you're also in like a depression, like it's like coming, down.
Yeah, but I can definitely prone one, and then I could just fly over all of them. They're not going to reach me. They all have melee weapons.
Okay.
They could try.
So I'm gonna cast command on all 4 of them. And I'm gonna command
Does that have a
them
range though?
60 feet. 5, 20, 30, 40, 50. So definitely can reach all 3 of these. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I should be able to reach all 4 of them.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm gonna command them to halt.
Heal them. Heal.
Yeah. So, and it's a wisdom 15 saving throw. I would hope that gnolls have like super low wisdom.
Yeah, I would hope that's how they have like a negative wisdom.
But
Yeah, 1 second. We're just tracking HP for these guys.
so if they fail on halt, it's they can't move and they can't take an action or a bonus action.
Yeah, they just stand there for a turn.
I can disengage and then dash.
Mm-hmm.
I can do both.
What did you label this guy?
Right now.
This one?
No,
Yeah.
I need
2.
to get.
Okay, B2 actually
You
has.
might be able to make it all the way to the door. Your movement
I don't-
speed will be crazy.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to jump 10 feet with these 2 barrels on my shoulders.
Yeah, but you don't need to jump. You can just.
Well, that's
He's
why. I'm-
hold-
Yeah, you can walk around, but he's in your way.
Well, I mean,
But
I
if
can go
he's
around.
halt-
If
if
he gets
he's-
halted, he can't do anything. He has
Yeah.
to just stand
Yeah.
there, but you can just walk right
Just
around.
like,
Right.
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Kick him in the face as you walk
just,
around.
just a little.
Had him good though.
Good doggy.
All right.
Scratch it behind the ear.
All right, so I do.
His leg starts.
I'm gonna cast
We
command.
won't get your dog companion, but we seem to pick up 4 nulls.
Yeah.
I like us.
His name would be Percy.
Yeah, do not mock.
Percival, Frankenstein,
All right, so-
Rolo.
Wisdom 15 saving check for all 4 of
Okay.
them.
They rolled an 18. I'm going to say the big guys rolled an 18.
Okay.
Small guys, 17.
Jesus.
So
I'm gonna have
You
to,
fail.
I'm gonna have to
That
put the
fails.
barrels down.
do you want to do anything else?
Oh, you could make
Let's
that
see.
jump with 2 barrels. You're so strong and so athletic.
No, because if I don't make it,
You're
I would-
falling
I
in the
would say
water.
that- yeah, exactly.
Well, how would you know? You got step of the wind. You can double your jump distance.
I'm not worried
Uh,
about the jump distance. I'm worried about the.
You don't want this to
athletics.
happen.
Yeah.
so bonus action, I'm gonna cast Dragon's
Or
Breath on
this.
Jack.
Oh, good.
In
Right
the
by
drink.
explosive barrels.
What's
Yeah.
your? I'm sorry. What's your bonus action?
I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath on Jack.
Right by the explosive
You have reach for that. Okay. Also, physically.
Oh no, I don't actually. I have to be able to touch him.
Okay.
Or no, it's 15 feet. So no, I can't
Yeah,
cast
you
it on him.
definitely don't. Also, move yourself. I mean, you have movement distance, but you're.
I don't want to go out in the open.
Well, you have to cast spells. Like your
Yeah.
whole person.
Well,
You wanted to move back now?
Yeah.
You can't cast a spell over
I'm gonna
like,
move all
behind
the,
a rock.
I'm gonna move all the way back.
Okay.
All right, so I'm good on my turn.
Okay. What are you doing, Jack?
Tis me.
Also put it this way, because you initiated combat with these 2 things on your shoulders, unless you're trying to just move with them, get away, you're gonna have to take an action to put them down.
Well, then you might as well jump.
Unless you want to chuck them.
Thaddeus
You know?
got your
Well,
back.
no.
No worries. No worries. Thaddeus got your back, homie.
Mm.
Is disengage just my normal walking speed, like how far I can go, or is it doubled like dash?
You're thinking of not disengage. Disengage is when you break away from combat. You think of dash.
No, I'm thinking of disengage so I can get past him without having an opportunity attack.
There's no action speed to it. You just disengage.
It's your normal speed.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you just move your normal speed. Yeah, well, disengage wouldn't affect your
Because
speed at all.
because I can use a bonus action. If I can get near him enough, I can then use my action to dash.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, do it.
So,
yeah, do that.
all right, so I'm going to use Step of the Wind as my bonus action. Disengage.
Well, first you're moving with the barrels. 5, 10, 15, 20, right?
My movement speed is 45.
25, 30. So you can get here.
It's 45, my movement speed.
I know, but I'm just saying you have to get here before you just. Now you're gonna.
Now
disengage,
you got to disengage.
Right, so at 30 feet you'll disengage.
Okay.
35, 40, 45, and then
And then I
dash
can
would be
dash.
another 45. Right?
Run, Jack, run.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
Okay.
25,
Whole ass,
45,
Jack.
45. You're all the way over there now.
And that's my turn.
Roll.
Okay.
Roll, you fool.
Run! Fly, you fools! Fly!
Who's up?
Daddy's.
So these nulls aren't smart. This guy saw him run by, right?
Yeah, so he turned around.
But he disengaged from him.
Yeah.
Are these guys still kind of focused on
Where you were, yeah.
where I was over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's say that because they saw the action going on, they are turned this way, towards the main part of the room.
Did you see me hauling ass?
Yeah.
In the middle of the
Like,
cave.
Fine. I'm gonna use. Okay. So I'm gonna fire my crossbow at the big one.
Okay.
And because I'm in
And that's B2 or B1?
B2.
Two.
Okay.
And because I'm invisible and he can't see me, I would shoot with advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
But of course, you're going to lose your invisibility the second you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's a nat 20.
It hits.
Nice.
Yeah, you damn right it does. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to spend. Where is it? Yeah, so I'm going to roll only 6 d6s.
Only.
Only.
To use one of my d6s to trip him. So he has to roll a Constitution saving throw of 17. Oh no, sorry. Trip is dexterity saving throw of 17, or he's falling prone.
Okay.
I might have to put these barrels down and get back in the action. Put them near the rocks or something.
He rolled a 9.
All right, so that guy is prone.
Okay.
Which one?
The big
B2.
guy.
Nice.
The dual wielding no. And yes, it matters.
Okay, he's prone.
That guy's got a mason shield. That guy has a dual wielding axes, and the other 2 gnolls have spears and javelins.
I rolled 7 dice. All right, that's 6. That's 10.
Could cast fly on you too.
Oh, I'm already at
20.
the exit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 25. It's savage attack. I'll roll it all
Woo!
I might dash to get out of the cave, put the barrels down, and then come back in to help you guys.
I think we can just get away.
Smart man.
I think we can just get away.
I mean, it
Or
sounds
try to
like,
close-
Sounds like you're trying to fight.
Well, he was trying to get him prone so you could get out.
I'm
That's
already there.
61 piercing damage.
Wow. Okay.
I rolled a 28 on my dice. Doubled is 56.
That gnoll is on the brink of death.
That
Which-
arrow is
that's
sticking
the big
through
one?
his body.
Yes.
The big guy.
And then now that I am visible, I'm going to use my wing boots.
Okay.
He's gonna dip out.
That's what I'm saying. I think
And
we
I'm
should
going
just
to
bail.
fly up into the
Woo!
air. I'm going to use my movement to fly
Oh,
30
where's
feet. 30 feet straight up.
Okay.
Chris? Where's the?
Behind you. Literally directly behind you. See it?
And I'm going to shout out those. I'm going to shout out the notes.
You can adjust that.
Pieces of shit. Come get Thaddeus. As I fly.
This is from our buddy Dylan over at Wizard Works. This really cool little
Wizard
platform.
Works.
I'm going to try to scream at them to try to draw them towards me. Up here, you pieces of shit. Come get me. The Snatch Man has got you.
About to get morphin.
Unfortunately, no. Now he's visible. Okay. How to get the right camera angle for that? Yeah, the ceiling camera and the zoom in doesn't pick that up. It's too far that way.
What a morphin.
Yeah, you use your boots.
Yeah, to fly up in the air, and I'm screaming at them, taunting them to try to distract them.
Okay. That's your turn.
That is my turn. Because
Okay.
I use my movement to fly straight up.
Okay. At this point, let's say no one is gonna come around
I didn't distract him?
here. No 2, same turn. They're coming both around. They do have javelins. They can chuck them. That's what they're gonna do.
Through
One
the rock?
second. Oh, they came around the rocks.
Well,
He's
I'm behind rocks.
he's in at least half cover.
You're right.
I'm with the Snatch Man, baby.
Uh-huh.
Now they're throwing a disadvantage because I'm.
I
30
can't see
feet
the
up in
board.
air,
All right, hold
right?
on.
Should be.
They should. Yeah, that makes sense.
All you hear is a little
Plus, they got the
of your boots.
Mahomes Knowles in there.
Okay. You're definitely more than 30 feet away from them. But their max range is 120, so they're gonna roll with disadvantage on this.
Well, they would get disadvantage anyway because I'm up high, right? So it's double disadvantage.
That's true.
The Snatch Man. The
All right,
plan
so
is
let's see.
working.
It
It's
is.
all
It's coming
I feel like
together.
we're finally starting.
But
to
they do
get,
have
like,
Max.
it's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
Starting to mesh.
They do have +5 to hit.
That's fine.
11. No.
instead of just fireballing and crossballing
And-
shit at everybody.
The other no. 13.
No.
No, 12. Sorry.
Let's go.
Yeah, both of them.
16.
Both of them chuck their javelins up through the air and they just go whizzing past you.
I use my little bazooka.
I don't think they have any bonus actions. No.
And Big Boy. has to
All right,
spend
so that's their
half his movement
turns.
to get up.
Yeah.
Now Big Boy 1 has to roll what to try to get up?
Big Boy 1 isn't prone.
Big Boy one.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. His max range, walking distance, 30 feet. So let's just move him 30 up. Yeah, in general. And then does he have anything ranged? I don't think he does. Hold on.
Getting away. I'm gonna fly away from them.
Oh, so that's what Knowles look like.
Ew.
Oh, dog people.
Yeah. Those are not domesticated.
Okay,
house cats.
All right, he is going to use his ability, Knoll Howl. He's going to let out a terrifying howl.
That was a weak howl.
All right, well,
Come on.
I can't do it too loud. The kid, my daughter's sleeping upstairs.
That's true. Fair enough.
Howl in their ear.
all creatures within 30 feet, you got to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw, or you're going to be frightened for 1 minute.
You guys are both. All creatures. 25. Both of these guys would be in range as well.
No, they're not gonna get frightened by their own.
You said all creatures.
You said what is it? DC,
I would say all hostile creatures.
DC 13 Wisdom.
Correct.
How wise are you?
Nice. 16.
16.
Yep.
You pass. And
Dude, the
Jack?
OG, the original $3 set of dice I bought a year and a half ago.
Nat 20.
Let's go.
You both pass. The Knowles howl. You kind of just like
run towards him, which is not what you do.
Yeah.
So
you completely brush it off. It does not.
Well, we have frightened you to be
You can
hightailing
run
it.
it out
He
anyway.
howls, and I just stare him right back in the eyes.
Okay. Prone guy. What does he have to roll to get up?
He doesn't have to roll. He just loses half his movement to get up.
All right. So he stands up. He's Mr. Dual Wielder.
I nipped his jugular. Just a little. Just a smidge.
Let's see. Does
Every
he
couple
have anything
weeks.
range?
Do we have? There's no. Being cool if we had a condition ring for that. That like we knew which ones were like almost dead.
We can just
Or, like,
ask- we
super
can
weak.
just ask
No, I
him
know,
about
but I'm
what
just
he
saying it would be
does.
cool to
Just
just.
draw like a pool of blood next to him.
The blood's also kind of hard for me to see.
That's true. But it looks good on the camera.
Dude, this camera's it's so much better.
I know.
Yeah, you could tell the quality
Dude, Chris,
is.
show him the overhead.
Damn, a beautiful camera.
not nice and not blurry.
It's not blurry.
You get the gist of everything that's going on with that
Yeah.
camera, though. You can actually see Dangar up in the air.
What's he doing?
It's Thaddeus.
You're just hovering.
No,
You're
no,
not-
the big guy. He spends 15 to get up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. So he is going to move 15 because his max because he
Which
just
way?
got up. Towards the middle, towards Jack. Okay, and he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna do his howl. So both Jack and Dangar also need to roll their DC 13 Wisdom saving throws.
I'm almost 40 feet away.
Okay, then just Jack.
Be afraid.
Be afraid, yeah.
You're running anyway.
21.
Okay.
Jack
Again,
gives no
does
fucks.
absolutely nothing. Back to Dangar.
All right, I'm gonna cast command again.
Okay.
Go back to my spells. I'm gonna cast command.
Rolling hot tonight, boy.
Come on. Same. It's a Wisdom 15 saving throw.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it on the two big guys, and we'll say one of the weak gnolls, or the smaller gnolls.
What? Up to 3 targets?
Actually, no. I'm gonna cast it on all 4 of them.
It's up to 4 targets.
It's 3 additional targets. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna cast it
Okay.
on all 4 of them.
So they have to roll DC.
Wisdom 15.
Okay. Big guys fail. Little guys, they got a 19. So 19 doesn't really. What are you commanding them to do?
Flee.
Okay,
So
and
their next,
flee is
their next turn, they spend their turn
max distance.
as far. That's their turn. They move as
Okay.
far away as possible.
Okay. All right. Is that all you're doing this turn?
Are you going to try to start?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna start
It would have
bouncing.
been better if the little guys failed.
Yeah, but if we need to smoke the little guys, we can smoke the little guys.
There-
I'd rather get
One
the
of
big
them's
guys.
about to get prone.
Well, there's that, but I don't want to get hit with a javelin. With these smoke powder barrels.
30 feet up.
25, 30.
Where's
yeah.
the exit of the cave from where me and
Just-
Yeah, let's say
Yeah.
it's
It's right in front
end
of
of
this
the
way.
board?
End of the board, yeah. It's like right in front.
Yeah.
Actions.
And then once I get out, you can, if you have something to cast to try to blow up and collapse the cave, that would be legit.
Very clever, Thaddeus. Very, very clever.
All right. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Jack, what are you
Right.
doing?
That's fine.
No, Jack,
No,
second.
that's-
What's
Yes.
it do?
Stop
Alright.
cheating, Austin.
So move me 45 towards the end of the cave.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You're out of the cave.
I'm outside the cave. Okay.
Well, you're in the tunnels leading up to the outside of the cave, but you're not within vision of anything of
Okay.
the other gnolls. You're out of this cavern.
So I'll dash
Okay.
after that.
Okay.
Will that be enough? Another
To get him-
45 feet to get him,
To
all
get
the
him
way
out of the cave.
Let's say you're out of the cave at this
All
point.
right.
Yeah,
I'm out of there.
you're leaving your companions
Good luck, my
to
friends.
fend for themselves.
Good luck, my friends.
Keep to the code.
No worries.
So Jack is out and gone. That's all you're doing, right?
Can I put the barrels down?
Yeah, that'll be your action then.
Well, my action was dash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. You could put the barrels down.
Put the barrels down outside the cave.
All right.
Thaddeus, what are you doing? You're still floating up there?
Oh, I'm still flying, baby. I'm gonna shoot the one. I'm gonna shoot the one closest to me.
You don't want to kill the
Okay,
one that's
so
on the
that's
side?
small guy too.
Oh, well, they're gonna
Minion
flee.
too?
Yeah.
He's
Let's
gonna be
say-
fleeing.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna be
Big
fleeing.
guys are gonna be
Big
fleeing,
guys are gonna
so
be-
I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay.
Do I
Dude,
get advantage because I'm up high?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
I'm running back.
We need to hightail it
Oh,
out
we're
of
gonna
the...
collapse the cave.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's a 16 plus 9.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. 25 hit.
Yeah, I think so.
So I get 1d6
XP.
plus an additional
All the
6.
XPs.
I'm gonna try to prone him. He has to roll a DC Dexterity saving throw of 17.
Okay. He rolled a 12, so he's gonna get knocked.
Yeah.
Knock the fuck down.
It all goes according to the Thaddeus. He gets prone. And he's about to take some damage. This is just a bunch of 1s and 2s. Savage attacker, I'll be rolling it. I'm not gonna count. That's not good. 4, 5, that's 10, 15, 21 plus 5. He takes 26 damage.
Okay. You definitely hurt him, but he's still he's ready and raring to go still.
5.
Was that number 1 or number 2 minion? That was number 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Neither of them have taken damage, so. just pick
How long does your boots last? How long can you hover for?
My boots?
Or zoom around in the air?
That's a long time, but let me check.
You're now hovering in the middle of the cavern? You change positions?
I can do it for an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 30 feet closer towards the door.
Okay.
That puts me right about there.
Okay.
And then
Fair
once
enough.
again, I'll say, "Up here, boys, come get me."
Because he's prone, but he was supposed to be fleeing.
No,
he's not.
He's not
The
fleeing.
two big
The
guys.
big
Oh, you're
guys.
right. You're right. Okay. So to come out of prone, he's gonna
Spend half his movement
half his movement, and he is going to chuck a javelin up at you.
with disadvantage because I'm so high.
Correct. 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah.
All goes according to
It is +5 to hit.
Blur
Let's
the
see.
pinky.
That first roll's a 16. Yeah, so 16. That doesn't hit.
My AC is a 16.
All right. But it should go to the defender, right? All right.
You've been
So
playing Ty Goes to the defense.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So he misses. That's his turn.
I mean, eventually going to run out of javelins too. They have to go and pick these things up.
So then, little guy number 2. He has 30 feet. How if he wants to roll around the rocks? How far can he get?
Let's think about there.
All right, let's put him there. And he is now going to chuck his javelin at Dangar.
Okay.
Again, +5 to hit. 14. Okay. So
Nope.
javelin goes whizzing past your head. Noel looks pissed off.
They got to be running out of javelins. How many javelins they got?
Dangar's like in Spartacus. He just stands there and lets to go right past his face.
Actually, they have two javelins. So the first Noel used all his javelins. This guy used 1 so
No,
far.
you used both.
Oh, he did.
The first turn, they both tried to throw javelins at me.
All right, you are right. So they
They're out of
they no
javelins.
longer have javelins.
They suck at throwing them anyway.
Correct. Big guy 1. Where's he at? Oh, they have to flee.
They have
All right,
to
so they're
flee.
gonna go 30 feet back
5,
towards the back of the cave.
20, 25, 30. So let's say here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. They don't have ranged attacks, so they're also both going to do their Null Howl again.
No one's within range.
You're not within range?
I'm 30 feet in the air plus 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to the side.
You are right.
So there's no way they're
Shit. I guess they're not doing anything this turn then,
Oh yeah.
except running away
That's
like
the point
little
of command.
like little bitches. All
Do
right.
they have to take a dash action to dash another 30 feet away?
Wait, what were
No.
you saying they were gonna try to do?
No
They're gonna try
how,
to know
but
how, but I'm 20
Uh,
feet to the side and 30 feet.
their whole
Yeah.
turn has to be them fleeing.
oh, okay. All right. So yeah, nothing's happening.
Do they have to take the dash action to flee again?
No, I think it's just they take their turn using their max
So it's not
movement
live.
speed.
They jump in the water.
Hey, thanks, DM Evanson. That's from our buddy Dylan over at WizardWorks. He makes D&D accessories and stuff like that.
All kinds of cool shit.
All kinds of cool stuff. You could check him out. He's on Instagram.
Evanson, I think, is Long Island too. He might know Dylan.
Yeah, Evanson, are you Long Island based?
I'm pretty sure he is.
So
All right,
now,
who's it to?
you.
You.
Yeah, the dodge, baby.
All right, but before I bounce, I'm going to cast Sleep on this motherfucker right here.
Up, he knows him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can
Yeah.
you dash while flying?
Strong Island in the house.
Let's go.
It's normal.
I don't know if this
I
is gonna
do all
be-
my normal movement. I'm just
Just
flying.
flying.
Wait, what are you doing? Sorry.
I'm going to cast Sleep on this guy.
Okay.
Same
what-
thing. Wisdom 15.
He rolled 3.
Put him to sleep,
We're out of there.
Boy.
and then I'm going to haul ass
The sleepy puppy hyena guy.
out of the cave.
I don't think I have sleep here.
Really?
You definitely.
No,
You
I have-
definitely should.
Put
I
him
have
on.
unconscious.
Nah, just put him on the ground. Whatever. It's all right. You don't have any blank ones, right?
No, but I can just say unconscious.
I knew I was going to do that.
If you're asleep.
Yeah, unconscious is fine.
Leave it.
I knew I was going to
What'd you drop?
It's my mic.
Oh.
So now it's your turn, buddy. You still
Mic
gonna hang
down.
out. Once
Mike's
you see
mic
him
is
come
down.
running out
Mike's
of the
mic
cave-
is down.
I'm going to even move even farther back out of the cave.
All right.
I'm going to pick the barrels back up. You know, I'm just going to keep moving.
Just
even
keep
farther
moving
back.
out into the forest.
All right.
You're not joining the fight?
Bro, we're getting out of here. man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we saying that I'm out of the cave at this point too, or am I like?
How far did you go?
Dash up out of there. I'll use your.
I use my action to put this guy to sleep.
Okay.
It's like,
You're up in the tunnels.
okay,
You're not out of the cave fully, but you're not in the
I'm
cavern
getting
anymore.
there.
Yeah.
Austin? Can you reach me one of the
Yeah.
Beverages?
beverages?
Oh, they're right. Oh, what is that?
Ain't no laws.
Tasty beverages, not a sponsor. All right. So now it's on me, right?
Too much now.
All right. I'll stop. But it's on me, right?
Yes.
So, because I am a rogue, I can use my cunning action to take.
Because you're a bitch.
I can use dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
There you go.
So 5. I'm gonna be flying the whole time too, skimming along the ceiling like Superman. I'm gonna actually go upside down and run on the ceiling.
Who's Superman?
5, 10, 15, 20.
Is he some sort of
25, 30,
deity?
35, 40, 45, 50, 50. So 60 brings me just to the edge of the map,
Okay.
and I'm still flying. I'm just along the ceiling.
Okay.
Give me. I got it.
I'll put it next to me.
Yeah, if you use it again.
And then this one's unconscious. I will hold my action to shoot my crossbow once one of them comes around the corner that's conscious, not
Okay.
the sleeping one.
All right. Fair
If the
enough.
sleeping one happens to wake up, I'll light him up too.
How does sleep work? Do they have to roll something, or they just sleep for a
let's see.
period of time?
No, I
Take a
think
little puppy
I
nap.
think they roll.
He's like dreaming. You do little runs.
Yeah. Oh, he looks so cute.
So he's asleep until the end of his next turn,
Okay.
and at the end of his turn, he has to roll the Wisdom 15 again.
Okay. All right. So he's not doing anything.
Well, he has to try to roll.
He has to roll, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If he fails, he's still asleep.
What is it? 15?
Wisdom 15.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so he's
He
still
rolled a
asleep.
6. Still sound asleep.
This guy's gonna
Um,
try to move 30,
Yeah. Just put him 30.
15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. Move everybody 30. They're chasing after you guys.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I just put them next to him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Where I am at the very, like, I just got out of the cavern.
Mhm.
Do I have visuals on any of them?
Yeah. Let's say, like I had mentioned before, you took a sloping path downward into the cavern. So let's say you're at the top of the path, looking kind of down, and you could see them chasing after you guys.
All right, because I'm at the top of the path. Can I
Mhm.
shoot the one first in line? Do I attack with advantage because I'm up on the slope?
Yeah. Sure.
Nice.
Who you aiming at though? Which
No,
one?
the first, whoever's first in line. So I guess this guy is the first in line.
Well, I guess the gnoll that's sleeping would be first in line.
Well, I'm not going to try to hit it. I want to shoot. I was
Okay,
holding
that's
it to
fair,
shoot
that's
one of
fair.
the standing ones.
He was. Did we attack that guy at all?
Yes, I attacked him.
Okay, all right,
What
yeah.
was it,
All right, so he's minion 1.
Yes, he's a little banged up. 10 and an 8, but I'm plus 9 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. That's without a question, you hit.
Yeah, 19. Sneak attack damage. Do I even try to prone him since I already hit him? No, I'm just gonna.
It's up to you.
4. If I prone him, he might be in the way of the. No, because he goes before them, so he'll get up. I'll just try to kill him.
Okay.
5, 6, 7. I'll roll 8 dice and try to kill him.
Woo! Let's go.
Oh no, it's 7 dice. Hold on, how many extra dice? Do I roll?
7 dust.
I roll 6 extra dice plus the attack itself is 1, so I roll 6 dice. 7 dice. There we go. 6, 16.
Oh, when you knock things prone, I should have did the body fall.
16 plus 6 is 22. 22 plus 8 is 30.
What's gonna happen to it? You don't have to finish rolling. What's happening to this null?
I'm holding my action. I'm hovering. I'm literally lying prone upside down on the ceiling. Just like Maverick would say, I'm an invert. And as soon as I see him, I say, smile, you son of a bitch. And I snipe him. I hit him right in his null mouth, straight down his throat.
All right, you guys are gonna get 1 second.
You want me to do the XP thing again, where I'll just add it all? And then
You're gonna get
I can write it down.
you're gonna get 450
450.
for that. Yeah.
I can write
Okay.
All right, so that was minion 1. So he's out of the picture.
Good.
So even though you're hightailing out of there, you managed to at least take down one of them.
Yeah.
And do you move back out farther?
I moved my full 60 feet,
So you went 60 feet up through the cave now?
flying along the ceiling towards the exit.
Okay. Let's say at this point you got out of the cave.
Okay.
So
awesome.
we're
all
all
out of the cave.
Yeah.
You're all out of the cave. All right, so the gnolls can easily still keep coming after you, even though you got some distance on them. What do you want to do at this point? I mean, move to come out of sleep. What does he have to do?
15.
Okay.
But we would get turns before him, wouldn't we?
No,
It's back to
because it's back to him. But he's still sleeping because he rolled a 6. Okay. Move these guys 30 feet up. Oh wait, I'm gonna let them dash. I'm gonna let them dash. They didn't do anything last turn.
Oh, they ran away and then
ran back. Yeah. Give them a dash though. So I'm gonna let them go 60.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Say they're up in the cave tunnels.
They'd be right at
In the
the edge
tunnels.
of the cave in the tunnel.
Okay,
maybe
that's
in the
fine.
tunnels on the
That's
way
fine.
up, and we're all outside.
All right, so now say you're all outside right at the entrance of the cave.
We can see them trying to come up the thing.
Correct.
Do you have anything that could collapse the cave?
Collapse a whole cave. I mean, I can
You could just collapse the entrance.
just toss a fireball at it. But I
Could
don't,
always
At the
sprinkle
rocks.
some black powder up there.
I don't want to waste the black powder.
Just a handful. That's all
I
you
mean,
need
we
is a
are
little bit to ignite it.
I mean, we are
Decisions.
escaping into the forest. I mean, at that point,
We could just go in stealth and hide.
That's what I was gonna say. Because we don't, I would say let's just get out of there. I don't want to waste any more time, fighting these stupid gnolls that we don't care anything about them. We care about the powder. If we can just get the powder and get out of there.
What's the range on your minor illusion?
Let me see. I think it's pretty decently big.
Also, at this point, if you're gonna try to hightail it out of there,
30.
Jack, do you have the barrels with you, or
Yeah, he's had
I'm
all the time.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30 for the illusion.
Well, 30 feet inside the cave, do you just want to cast like a version of yourself, like on your knees, like no, please don't, and then we'll just all
Well,
dash.
how far ahead of them are we? Because they're on the edge of the cave in the tunnels, and we're all completely out of the cave.
So yeah, how much distance is between
Right.
us and them?
We could probably even reset the board here.
Let's say it's at least 60.
60 feet.
Yeah.
If
So
we all dash.
I would say we're just gonna dash, and we'll be almost 130 feet away from them
Okay.
at that point. And then can we say we're just like disengaged and now we're back in like.
Yeah. Are we able to escape the combat at that point?
Yeah.
And they could still come after us, and we can try and
Yeah.
hide and shit. But we're not in direct combat. They're like 40, almost 50 yards away from us.
The music's indicating that you've successfully hightailed it out of there, and you've lost at least visuals on them.
Okay. So we'll say we're gonna dash. So
I can move 60 on my dash. He can probably move
so
like 100.
they're like,
Yeah. 90.
if they're just coming out of the cave here, we would be like about this distance away from them.
What do you want to do at
He
this
would
point?
be even further.
Yeah, Jack would be up.
Jack would probably be down at the beach already.
Jack's chilling.
With
So I
the two
would say
barrels.
I would say we're gonna stealth and just keep making our way back towards the beach to get back towards Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. You want to stealth it up? See if we can.
Let's do it.
See if we can lose them.
Yeah, I mean, would we say if we pass the stealth checks here that we've lost them?
Well, roll stealth, and I'll tell you.
I rolled a 30.
Jesus.
A 17 plus 13.
I crit failed.
13.
I
Okay.
think as a collective, a 30, a 13, and a 1. I think.
Yeah, I'd say with that 30, which never happens. I'm gonna give you guys the win on this
We
one.
clear it? All right.
Yeah, the 30. Let's go. Very sneaky. I'm very sneaky.
The Silent Spectres have lost their pursuers. Okay, so
Nice.
the Knolls lost entrance. They don't feel like chasing you guys any longer. You guys didn't want to take them out. You just want to get the barrels of smoke
Our
powder out.
priority is the
Black
smoke
powder, yeah.
One of them was really banged up too. I did like
Yeah.
60
Yeah.
damage.
Right.
On a hit.
I don't know if he's gonna
You
wanna
guys
be
you guys
sprinting
did
through
manage
the
to
forest.
kill one of the Knolls. Give yourselves 450 XP.
Do we get XP for succeeding running away from them?
No.
All right. So, can we say we make it back to the beach at this point,
Yeah.
or can we? Can you grab the beach, Austin?
You don't need to do that.
Okay.
That's fine. 1 second.
Hey, Jack, you feeling tired?
Back to-
Carrying those barrels, big boy.
Not at all.
Back to the narrative. Okay.
Big quads.
All
Like a
right. Do you guys recall how long I said of a walk it was from at least like Worms Crossing to the cart?
It was at least a mile.
Okay. All right. So
It might have been more than that.
let's say
You're
by
gonna
the
stroll on the
by the time you did all of this, so you left at dawn, you got back to the cart, you went into the cave. Let's say at least a couple hours had passed. Let's say it's closer to like noon by now.
that long?
Yeah, I would say
You left
so.
at dawn? That's like 6
6
hours.
hours.
All right, fine. Let's say it's like let's say it's like 10 a.m.
I was gonna say
Like
9,
10
10
a.m.
in the morning, like
9,
2-3
10 in the
hours.
morning. All right,
Okay.
fine.
We didn't run away. It wasn't like
Yes,
full combat.
yes. All right. So you guys making your way back to the city?
Yeah.
I
at this
stroll along the
point.
beach.
A nice stroll
As we're
along the
walking,
river.
I look back at Jack and say, "Keep up, big boy."
The babbling river Chiantha.
I just completely.
You're gonna whip
Yeah,
a barrel at me.
I just ignore him.
tune him out.
You're gonna whip a barrel at
I'm
me.
just thinking
The
about food.
the hot summer heat is bearing down on Jack as he's lugging these giant barrels. You guys don't
What
offer him any
XP are
help.
you at? Well, no, because I may have forgot to level up last time. So that's why I've been silent picking my thing.
XP.
So it reset it.
I'm at 101 950.
101 950.
Okay. So you come back up underneath Worms Crossing.
Ooh. Do we have a place to store these barrels? Because
At
our
our
place
house.
isn't until Baldur's Gate.
It may not be the best idea to just be lugging explosives around with you. You know, up to you what you guys want to do with them at this point.
Let's
Okay.
So what you're saying, we're back under the bridge, basically.
Yeah, you got to make a decision what you're doing now.
Can
Are
we?
you going back up onto
can
the
we,
bridge?
Can
you know?
we backtrack a step and say that when we came back out, we followed the trail, we went back to that cart. If I want to say I want us to try to fix that cart, What do we got to do for that?
I don't think we have tools for that.
Yeah, you guys are not craftsmen. You don't have like repair tools.
I mean, it's a wooden cart. How broken is it? Is it like smashed to smithereens?
Yeah, the gnolls savagely attacked this cart and
That's
you know,
You'd probably
ripped the
like-
horse apart,
Yeah.
ripped up all the cargo, and they took away the guy to eat him in the cave.
So you'd
So I
probably need,
mean,
like carpenter tools anyway. Just to do
yeah,
that.
there's no chance of you fixing this thing. It's torn to shit.
Well, we need to figure out a way.
If it had a lock,
I
I
have
could
2
pick it.
spells.
We need to figure out a way to get it into Baldur's Gate.
I mean,
We
there's
can
a
just
chance
wire it.
nobody's gonna know what you're carrying. They're not gonna immediately recognize it. It's not like labeled
Django.
black powder.
Yeah.
You know,
Django.
they are just hefty
Allow me to
barrels.
lie to people. It's perfectly fine.
All right,
I
we're
have
walking.
the silver tongue.
So you're just gonna lug them with
We're
you.
just gonna lug. Not we, Jack.
Yeah,
Jack is gonna
me.
lug it.
Again, not offering your companion any
Is
kind of help.
is there anything around the cart, like any type of like a hard hat or any type of like something I could pick up with like any symbol that matched the cart?
No.
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 Okay.
The only
charisma's
guy leading the
plus a
cart
million,
was
he'll be
taken away
fine.
by the gnolls and eaten in the cave. So,
So we'll just say we're gonna walk back and try to take that
My
elevator
deception
up
is
onto.
+10.
okay.
Yeah.
So in order to take the elevator, there's a little bell at the bottom to summon it because he's not at the bottom right now. Wait.
You got a bell?
Got cure wounds.
There's the bell.
Heal it.
Cure wounds and lightning in the light.
All right, so you ring the little bell and you wait like a minute or two, and the lift slowly descends. And you notice that there's a little gnome, operating the lift. And as the lift comes creaking down, the gnome looks at you and says, "Hey, that'll be 4 silver. Get back up into the city."
I believe the price is 2 silver. I've been using this lift my entire life.
I never seen you here. I said it's 4 silver.
I think it's within your best interest to make it 2 silver. Do you see my large fellow carrying the barrels? He can put those down.
I don't make the rules there, chap.
I'm trying to intimidate the man.
Okay.
Those are my 2 spells because I have artificer and
Do you
16.
hold on? I need to kick. I need to kick somebody.
Feats.
How do you kick somebody?
Oh,
I'll
Matt-
do it. I'll do it.
Matt's got it.
You see what I'm talking about?
Hold
Yeah.
on, somebody spamming stuff.
Yeah, someone's not spamming, but
I got you.
yeah, get rid of that person.
Oh,
16 to
yeah.
intimidate.
Okay. What are you exactly doing or saying to him?
I just told him, I think it's best to keep it 2 silver, or my big friend over there can put those barrels down and throw you in the water.
See you.
The gnome looks up at you, and he looks like he's pissing himself at this point. And I'm sorry, man. I'm a little confused. I had a bit to drink last night. It's 2 silver ahead.
Head. I said the price is 2 silver.
I mean, if I don't come back with the money for my boss, he's gonna fire me.
It's not my problem.
You mean to tell me you don't have a few extra silvers on you?
He goes,
Just give me what you got, mate. Let's just make this an easy transaction. I got children. I got a wife. I'm not no trouble
I
here.
get-
No trouble.
I say, oh, that's a very
he trying
sad
to do?
story. Here's 2 silver. And then we all get on the
All right.
Intimidate
Subtract
the
2
elevator.
silver.
Take us up.
I step on it. The wood starts creaking a little bit.
I give him 2 silver, and I say, that's a very sad story. Buy your wife something nice. And I get on the elevator.
I will light you on fire.
The lift creaks up, and the nice summer breeze hits you as you're coming up the lift.
As we're going up, I look at them and say, what's your wife's name?
Merla. My name's Merla. What are you asking me that?
What'd you say your name was?
My name's Billy.
Billy the Lift Guy.
Billy.
Mate, why
live here in Worms Crossing,
you
or-
jotting that down in that book over there?
You live here at Worms Crossing?
Breaking
the
fourth
fourth wall. You live here at Worms Crossing, or you live at the gate?
I live nearby in Rivington.
Rivington.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
interesting. What district? What part? It's a nice town.
We could bring this guy to the bathroom.
You must have come through Rivington to get here. I mean,
Oh, yes, but which section?
I-
What
I-
landmarks do you live by?
why ask me all these questions? What do you need to know where I live?
I'm just trying to be friendly.
I kind of lean in, like, give Thaddeus like a
Well,
little
we're
nudge, and I speak to Billy. So, Billy, how would you like to move up in the world?
What do you mean by that, mate?
So you're busting our balls over 2 silvers.
Listen, I'm just trying to make a living here. My kids are
I
hungry.
understand
Trying to put
that.
bread on the table.
How would you like to be able to put more bread on the table?
What does that entail, though?
That could entail a lot of different things. You still haven't answered my question.
I'm not trying to sell my body there, mate.
I said,
I've been offered before, and I always turned it down.
said we could possibly use your assistance once we get into Baldur's Gate. Do you know any of the guards? Do you know any of the other?
I know a
lift
few
uppers?
people.
We also might want to use this lift. Does it run on a key?
I mean, yeah, after hours we lock up the gate and you can't go up and down.
Why don't you take a
Which,
stroll with us, Billy?
speaking of, how did you get down?
Billy, you're asking too many questions.
You're asking me all the questions.
I start crackling lightning in my.
All right, take it easy, mate. Take it easy.
Said, Billy, how would you like to take a stroll with us? I'd take out my coin pouch and I'd flash a couple gold.
We're on the lift right now going up.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I take out my coin pouch and I start like flashing a couple gold at him, like insinuating that like there's some money in it if you come take a walk with us.
All right. I mean, I can lock up the gate real quick and take a little stroll. I'm
Let me
going
hold
on my lunch break.
Just take it.
I look at him and say,
Early lunch.
all right, so does he gesture or move where the
Slide
key
it
is?
in.
Can I see it?
He's got a little key ring on his side,
I'll wait till he locks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's take him. So I'd say, listen, take a walk with us. If you can be of assistance to us on our way into the city, it might be something in it for you.
All right. I could use a couple little coins in the pocket, if you know what I mean.
All right. So at this point, we're gonna drag him along with us. Keep making
Okay.
our way.
We gotta make a
towards the
stop
city.
at a brothel real quick. Billy. Hope you enjoy the scenery.
All right. So
What race did you say he was?
he's a gnome.
He's a gnome.
He's a little gnome.
What kind of gnome?
Regular gnome.
Okay.
Fair of skin and
Forest no?
jolly of demeanor.
Okay. He's the wrong kind of gnome. Dang, I might throw him off the bridge.
All right. Clear that because you're not in the woods anymore.
Okay.
You don't have to put anything new down.
Well, I need to use the facilities.
Okay, we're taking a little breather. For anybody in the chat, how's everybody doing tonight? We all doing good?
So you want me to just take this off?
Oh, yeah, you can take that off.
You want to just put it behind you?
Yeah. All right, I gotta
Can you get back?
Yeah, I'm just gonna slide this over a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'm gonna take my mic off.
Oh, yeah, you might want to.
Leave it on.
The sound of a babbling brook comes from the other room.
My name is Danga.
You know what? Where's the wooden? Do we have the wooden board?
Wood
You know what? I'll get it because I think it's back behind the tarp.
Yeah, it's all the way
Yeah,
back.
this one's beach.
Okay.
You
It's
got
gotta be
beach
back
and
there
grass.
somewhere.
Really?
Ladies and gents, we'll be right back. We're setting up the next scene. All right.
He's eating that broad's leg.
We're back. We're back, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Little bio break and little change of the board. All right, so you're back up on Worms Crossing. At this point, Dangar, you're gonna get that sense again that someone's watching you.
That's what he does.
But this time, because you guys are all in close proximity, Thaddeus, you're gonna notice that Dangar looks a little nervous and is kind of like glancing around. Are you gonna pick up? Are you gonna say anything about this? Are you gonna brush it aside?
We're still walking with Billy.
Yeah, you came out of the elevator and this happened like this.
Where's Billy? We need Billy.
We need a little Billy.
There's like halfling guys there behind you.
Should have did this while we were.
I'll get Billy's attention. I'll start chatting to Billy if you wanna.
Well, yeah, I'll go to Jack and go, Jack, why don't you tell Billy where we're going? The House of a Thousand Desires. And then so Jack will walk ahead with Billy, and I'll notice.
What is that?
Billy.
For those of you who don't know, that's one of the minis from our prior campaign.
That was Matt's character.
Yeah.
Ragnar Oakenleaf.
But no, that's Billy. That's Billy the gnome.
I'll give Jack a look to like distract Billy when I tell him like tell him where we're going, tell him about the place we're going, and I'll hang back and I'll give Thaddeus just like a little like shoulder bump,
Little nudge.
and just give him.
I like that shirt. You've had that for a while.
I've had it for a while. Yeah, I wore it to the Blue Point show.
Christmas.
You got that, Thaddeus?
You're Thaddeus.
Not Thaddeus.
You like this shirt?
Oh, God.
Wait, where the fuck did I just put my phone?
Just don't
Phones are not needed.
No,
No, I'm
I
just
need
kidding.
it.
Did you
No, I
take it to
definitely
the?
need
Did you take it to the facilities with you?
No, I don't think so. Did I put it over here?
I'll go check if that's the case, and you guys can talk, and I'll go check.
Yeah, go try. I feel like
He's distracting.
I feel like I was just looking at it though.
You're good. You're good.
He's distracting Billy.
Who's distracting Billy?
Jack.
Brad said he's melting into his couch.
I told Jack. I gave Jack a look and said, "Why don't you tell Billy where we're going? The House of a Thousand Desires."
Got you.
And then I hang back next to you and give you like a little shoulder bump to see what's up.
You find it?
No.
And we're
Call him.
talking.
Just call me real quick.
Call it really quickly.
And we're speaking at a whisper.
Yeah, so I tell Thaddeus that It basically, Spidey sense is tingling. Like I know somebody's
Okay.
watching us. Like, actually, I want to roll perception. I know it's just a feeling.
Now that he told me that, I want to aid him and like look around as well.
We'll take it off a speaker.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Is it on the
Sitting
floor?
on it?
Everybody quiet. No one in the chat talk.
Yeah.
We're trying to find Mike's phone.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
It's on the table under the table.
Oh.
So you gave him
Okay,
aid.
there we go.
I'm gonna also give you guidance.
Ooh. All right. You can cast guidance now.
Guidance too.
So what does guidance give me? I get plus
You get
4.
one extra D4.
A D4 on the roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 2 because if he's looking one direction, I want to look the
Okay.
other direction.
So I have
Guidance
advantage, or I'm
effects.
just regular rolling?
We're both gonna regular roll
Okay.
because, you know.
All right.
Keep in mind that there's a lot of hustle and bustle. There's a lot of people milling about.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
We get
20, okay.
Plus 1 D4 because of the guidance.
Can't trick.
17.
Okay. All right. Despite the busyness of Worms Crossing, kind of in the distance leading further into the city, you do notice a small child kind of like glance over their shoulder back at you and then just keep running into the next district.
Which one of us?
Dangar, because he rolled the dirty 20.
How far away is this kid?
They're gone.
Oh, okay.
You lost sight of them, but you did notice that they were kind of making eye contact with you as they were running away.
Was he able to notice any distinguishing features on the
At that
clothes?
distance, no. Just you
that
kind of
there
noticed
was
a
a
small
kid.
individual. Yeah, but it was a child.
I don't say anything about it
Okay.
at this point. I kind of notice it.
Kids.
Look at kids.
We should be on alert for children spying on us. Right? I
What's
mean,
your next move?
Criminals probably hire little kids as like their little telltales, the little things. We have to. Or do we agree we have to go back to the House of 1,000 Desires?
Yeah. Let's go back there
Madame Dumont.
because we gotta.
Okay, set the scene for the House of 1,000
But as we're
Desires.
walking, I want to make sure I'm talking. I want to go back with them and then go, Billy. Flash, the
Where's
House
the-
of 1,000
where's the
Desires.
black
Have
market,
you ever
Chris?
been there, my
The
friend?
what? Oh, right here.
Oh, this one.
As we're walking with Billy, I want to talk to him, Chris.
Okay.
I want to say the House of 1,000 Desires. You ever been there, Billy, my boy?
What are you talking about, mate? It's like 5 feet from the lift. It's right here. of
you
course
ever
I've been for a drink or two. Don't tell the wife, though.
Oh yes, your lovely wife. What'd you say her name was again?
Merla? I think. A
I want to.
lot of women in my life.
I want to throw my arm around Billy, and then I want to try to slide a hand to pickpocket the lift key off of him.
Okay, go for it.
He's our ally as of right now. We don't need to be
And say,
stealing
Billy,
from him yet.
you know this place. You can get a Hummer
Oh,
for
give
such
me
a
the.
great price.
Give me one of the. Give me one of the facades, Chris. Give me the other facade.
Hold on.
Hurry.
It's a 26 to steal.
Yeah,
the
this
key.
could work for the.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a 26 to steal the key.
Well, no one could see that. Maybe put the entrance on the other side. There you go.
Chris, it's a 26 to steal the key.
You stole the key.
Adding to my
He doesn't
game.
feel a thing.
Adding to my
You're very
inventory
deft
that
of hand. You have slippery fingers.
You guys can cast disguise self only on you.
I don't think so. I think I can cast it on other people.
called
Disguise self. Yeah, but I have another spell that.
I can just make a disguise.
Yeah.
I slip the key off him and then I slip it in my backpack. I go, Billy, when we get into this place, just let me do the talking. I'll do my best. I'll get you a free drink. The person here, they owe us one.
That sounds good, right? Thank you. So,
So you interested in making gold, Billy?
I like a little bit of gold. It's just, I gotta be honest, mate. It all depends on what this entails. You keep saying you make gold, make gold. You're not telling me what I gotta do. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me.
Dangar
She's
kind
coming
of
down.
runs the operations.
Okay. Give us a pause, guys. My daughter just woke up, so let me bring her back upstairs. Sorry about that. Hi, baby. Okay, hold on.
Did you put the B right back on?
I'm going to.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. My daughter woke up.
Yeah, you're good.
Really funny though. She sat on Austin's lap, probably thinking he was me because she's sleepwalking basically.
Dad's that do D&D.
All right, Mark's joined. What do we got here? Let's see what he's saying. This is not real.
It's all part of the fantasy, baby. All right.
Yeah, no, Mark, no problem. I mean, it's good to let people know that this is fantasy and not reality because people might get confused. It's very realistic the way we run things here. Anyways,
I definitely nabbed that lift key, baby.
All right, so you got the lift key from Billy. Billy didn't feel a thing.
And I say, Billy, when we get in here, let me do the talking, big boy. And I say that sarcastically because he's no. And he's not big.
Would you say you're inside the brothel at this point?
I would say we're walking up to the door.
Okay. Put Vara by the entrance because he's your buddy.
Yep, we got him there already.
Okay. All right. So you're entering back into the brothel. The sweet smell of incense is drifting through your nostrils. The soft sounds of the lute plays in the distance. Obviously, much more relaxed in here.
Yeah, it's not that busy at like 10:30 in the morning.
No. I mean, there's a couple people milling about, but the brothel's always got some customers. It's very popular this part of the city.
I would say we pretty like.
So Vara sees you guys, welcomes you back. Are you telling Vara that you're looking for Madame Dumont? Like,
yeah.
Well, I want to tell Vara, like, can you do me a favor real quick? You see, I got these two big ass barrels on my back.
Jack, what do you got here, man?
You can just do us a favor. We gotta talk to Madame Dumont. Just watch over them for me.
Could you maybe put those back outside? I'll keep an eye on them for you. You can't leave them in here though.
Is he gonna be outside?
Does he know what's
There's a guard posted outside as well.
I'll have Billy watch him. That'll be his first job. He ain't lifting them.
But he's also not stopping anybody from taking
exactly.
I would.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
try.
Vara even know what's
I
in the
was
barrels?
gonna
Why would
say.
he even tell us to leave it outside?
I lean over to
because
Jack.
you're
I say,
walking
Jack,
into like a nice
I'm gonna try
establishment.
and
You can't just
persuade him.
plop down two
Talk-
big barrels
yeah.
and
Let's ask if we can put him behind the bar.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and persuade him real quick.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, it won't take long. You look like you can use some sun. Just step outside. We'll be right back. I'm gonna try and persuade him.
Okay.
What's mine? +4. 11.
Vara looks at you. He looks like he's real disappointed, and that he doesn't want to disappoint you, but he's like, Jack, I'm real sorry. You can't just be bringing in big ass barrels into this place. The madam's gonna have my head. You either take them or you gotta leave.
My boys will talk to Madam. Don't worry about it.
What? Can I
Well,
look
yeah,
at
why don't you
Vara?
just stay with,
Can I look at
where you have the
Vara and
hammer?
just tell him like, is it okay if you put them in the back maybe by the wine barrels? You have got wine and keg barrels in the back, right? We'll put ours off to the side in the back storage room.
He looks at you. You're making sense. He goes, all right, Jack, make it quick. Just go stash them back there.
So at this point, I tell Billy, like, you stay with those barrels, Billy. I don't care where you stick them in the back. Don't let anybody try to tap them. Just sit on them if you fucking have to. Just you stay with the barrels. At this
Toss him a
point,
goal.
they're not. Yeah, he's not sitting outside on the street guarding them. If he's inside the brothel with I want somebody to be keeping eyes on him.
And they're in the storage room is back by the barkeep.
Yeah, it's behind the bar.
All right.
As we're going there too, I'll say, barkeep, see my man Billy here? Give him a cup of your finest mead while he's on guard duty.
All right, I got him. So he hands over Billy. Oh, thanks, mate. I love my mead.
All right. So
And Mark, yes, this is not real. You can get your family out of hiding in the basement. Everything's fine.
And I'll look at Billy and say, make sure you don't disappoint us.
Hey,
Be back soon.
All
And then I
right,
close the door
so
and leave him in the closet.
all right. So we go up to talk to.
while you're waiting, Var went up to go check. It's a couple minutes go by. At this
Goes in.
point,
5 machines.
one of the girls comes down and says, "All right, the madam's ready to see you guys. If you follow me."
Do we
Okay.
notice if it's the girl that was
the tiefling.
No, it's just one of the working girls.
Can I do a quick perception of the room to see if I see her?
The one that got beat up.
Yeah,
The tiefling chick.
She's not there.
she's not there.
Yeah,
Not on the ground floor.
she might be with a customer. She might be recovering in her room. You don't know, but she's not there. She's not there. All right, so you're making way up to the madam's office, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, you go upstairs into the madam's office. Hold on. The madam's over there, right?
Where's the
Which one is
where's
the
the
madam?
tier thing?
Right here.
The flying thing?
You don't need that.
Yeah, what are you gonna fly up into the
No,
air?
that'll
We're
be an
going
office.
upstairs.
Yeah, and then you're just
Oh.
gonna put the minis back down.
Nice and easy.
All right, set up the office.
Which one is the madam?
The chick with. Did I give you
I
her?
don't think she's here. No.
No, I didn't give you the madam. I thought I did.
Awesome. We're going up.
Oh, she's right here. Put her behind the desk.
We're on the second floor.
You stop being ridiculous.
What are we listening to?
It's tavern music, but hold
The
on.
madam. That's what the madam listens to. She's very old timey.
You put the desk upside down.
Oh no, that's a rule. Oh, that's a.
All right. So we roll up to Madame Dumont.
Okay. All right. So let me just change the music.
I challenge you to a duel.
All right. So as you enter the madam's office, you're gonna come upon almost what you perceive to be the tail end of an argument between her and Vara. So as you walk through the door, you're gonna hear, for the last time, I don't agree with the way. Oh no, sorry. This is the madam speaking. She's gonna say, and for the last time, if you don't agree with the way I run this establishment, then you best find work elsewhere. I can easily replace you with any number of other brutish-looking oafs wandering about this city.
We all hear this.
You all hear this?
I chuckled to myself a little bit.
I over here. I give Jack a nudge.
I start bouncing my pecs in front of her.
Well,
As I look
I
into
give,
the
I
corner
give
of the
Jack a
room.
Vara-
nudge. Be like, no, we could use help.
Vara slowly walks past you guys, kind of looking a little defeated, and he gives Jack a little slight tap on the shoulder before he leaves the office. So the madam sees you guys enter. She says, my little specters, welcome back. Sorry.
I say little.
Sorry you had to witness that. Vara seems to think I'm being too harsh on the girls lately. Last time he questioned me, I cut him and his men's pay for a month. This was his last warning.
Sounds like you have a lot of disgruntled employees.
Don't mind. Keep that in no mind. He can find employment elsewhere if he doesn't care for my methods. So,
You sure
how
can.
did you fare with our little agreement?
I motion over to Jack.
Show him the hammer.
I take out the hammer.
No, not that.
The hammer.
I take
No,
out
not that hammer.
Look at the hammer.
Not that hammer. Jesus, Jack.
and I tell
Get
her.
your minds out of the gutter.
And I tell her, we do what we have to do. Here's the proof. This is his hammer. He didn't have many last words.
The madam
Cut
slowly
off the
nods.
I,
bell.
I
Nods
lean
of
over
approval.
too, and I tell her, no one's gonna come knocking.
All right, so she's going to say, excellent, gentlemen. One less piece of scum that I have to worry about. Now, as to your reward, I give you a choice. Coin or flesh?
Coin.
What shall it be?
What about
Wait.
information?
I can offer you a total sum of 1,500 gold split amongst yourselves. Or the choice to have 2 visits for each of you with the finest women here at the House of Desires.
I'm gonna have to roll for my.
Choose wisely.
With the people that come in and out, what type of information could you give us? Any damning information about any of the higher ups of both of
You choose information over coin. That's interesting.
I choose some coin and some information.
No. This
The
is
information
the deal.
the information you're offering better be worth 1,500 gold if you're offering it. Otherwise,
I say, hey, that is.
Yeah, I say the
Pump
same
the
thing.
brakes.
Yeah. He does not speak for the 3 of us.
There is no information to be had. It's either gold or the company of my finest women here. You choose wisely, though, because these are the final offers that are on the table.
I'm gonna roll for mine, and if I choose women, you guys can split the gold.
And she has that very evil-looking grin on her face. Because,
And the 20
I'm
is gold.
to offer the women up is nothing to her. This is what she does for a living.
Right.
1 to 10 is women. 11 to 20 is gold.
Mark, if only my family had that
I'm
choice.
down, I'm down to split the gold.
so the tiefling girl,
Yes. What about her?
she here?
What concern is yours?
Well, you offered us women, did you not?
He
You'd
fancies
want
her.
you'd want her in her condition, all beat upon and bloodied.
Well, maybe he's trying to start a
My
relationship.
reasons are my own. I'm asking if she's on the table.
Anyone here is on the table. They work for me. I tell them what to do.
Interesting.
He says under his breath.
I'm thinking to myself, what do you guys think?
You all have to come to a single consensus here. There's no like splitting. Okay, one of you is gonna take the girl, one of you is gonna take the coin. Like it's either all coin, all women. That's it. There's no negotiation.
Roll,
I mean-
roll for it.
No, okay. To me, it's not even a question.
Okay,
For Dangar, it's if it's coin or
So then
that's
that's
to me that there's no conversation to be had. It's coin over women.
Coin is fine.
we'll take the coin.
We'll take the coin.
Very, very good.
So we each had 500
So
gold?
I'm assuming you each want it evenly.
Yes.
She slaps down 3 coin purses, 500 gold each. You take it, split it up.
Good.
Not 5,000.
500.
500
Tell her,
each.
so I just tell her also that I can appreciate the way that you run your employees here. There'll be a time where we come back looking for information. We expect assistance in that matter.
And I expect your help in any further situations. You always do a good job for me. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen.
We got your back, madam.
I look at her and
Listen,
say, now that I have some fresh coin, where's the girl?
You want to summon her right now? You waste no time there, Thaddeus Undersnatch.
My reasons are my own. Is she in a particular room up here?
Third door down the hall on the left. If you'd like to visit her.
I look at Jack and Dangar and say, I'll meet you downstairs. Give me 5 minutes.
That's it?
Whatever you need there, Thaddeus. Whatever gets the job done.
So
Pull one of the tiefling chicks. She looks like a warrior, but it's the only tiefling we have.
What was my buddy's name?
Vara.
Farah. I want to go find him once we exit the room.
Yeah, well, you and me are gonna bounce.
Friend Mark, just kidding. This has all been a tale you're spinning, but for unrelated reasons, I do have to flee the
What are you
country.
looking for, Mike?
What's up?
Tiefling chick.
Tiefling chick.
I don't know. I don't see
You don't
it.
necessarily need her.
Just
All right, you use one of the women there as a
Yeah,
tiefling
it's fine.
chick. I mean, also, you don't have to set up a scene for this.
No.
Yeah.
They
Are
go
you sure?
downstairs.
Yeah.
Set
You
the
guys go to
scene.
have a drink, you know.
Set the mood.
I walk to the third door that she said, and I knock on it.
So the door slowly opens, and she kind of peeks out. She's not fully opening the door. She doesn't know who it is, and she looks. She knows of you. She knows, but she doesn't know your name per se. But she has that look of shock. That like, what are you doing here? What do you say to her?
As she opens the door, I say, "The man, he won't ever come here and hurt you again.
You've taken care of him.
He's taken care of. Do you still remember of Mask, who I spoke of the last time when I handed you that coin?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
The last time we saw
That's
her,
right.
when I was leaving,
Yes,
I
yes.
slipped a coin with a
Okay,
Mask
yes, I
symbol
recall
on
this.
it to
Yes.
her, and told her if she prays in the shadow, Mask will answer.
Okay.
So I'm asking her basically if she still has the coin, and have you heard any news from our
How many we got?
friend?
We got 3.
You know, come to think of it, I did pray. I don't really know of this masked deity you speak of, but I did pray, and the oddest thing happened. It's last night, middle of the night. It's almost as if I felt Calrissian's presence leave this earth. I knew you took care of it.
Mask does many things. Honor the shadows. Stay hidden.
I
My
shall.
colleagues and I have a bastion of sorts where we have many employees. Instead of being here, giving your body, risking getting beat, come waitress for me.
Give your body for us.
You'll make the same amount, if not more, coin, and the chance of you getting beat will never happen again as long as you're with us.
My lord, I mean the offer is amazing, but
You can call me Thaddeus.
Thaddeus, Mr. Undersnatch. I mean, you have to understand.
I didn't tell you my last name. Thaddeus.
You have to understand. I cannot just leave. We have a contract. I work for the madam. If I were to leave,
We're not privy to any of this right now.
no,
No.
you're downstairs. You guys are
I've
chilling.
read-
We're about to have a separate conversation.
Yeah.
All right, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, no, I have a
Vanguard would not
contract
be
with the
happy
madam. I
about
can't
this.
just leave. If she were to know, she would have me killed.
If you are with us, with the bastion, you'll be safe.
But how would I get there?
In order, do I know? Can I explain to her where it is within the city accurately enough that she'd be able to find her way? Like, is she from Baldur's Gate?
Correct. Yes. So you could explain that to her, but this girl is very intrigued by your proposition, but she's also extremely frightened because she knows that if she tries to escape and if she leaves, the madam's going to track her down and kill her. So she doesn't. You could tell by just the way she's reacting.
Okay.
She doesn't want to do this.
I
She wants to, but she doesn't.
take out the cloth black mask and I show it to her. I put it in her. I close her hands over my hands,
Mhm.
like inside her hands, and I explain to her where our bastion is, where the exact location that she'd be able to find him, and I say to her, the people here are disgruntled. Slip out in the night. I'll speak to Val. He knows where we are as well. And if you pray enough, the shadows will embrace you, and you'll find your way.
I don't have much to lose at this point. I mean, I don't want to be here any longer, Thaddeus. I will take your offer.
If you're truly favored, Mask will lead you. Wait for the night. Leave amongst the shadows.
I truly hope so.
And I slip her the dark mask.
I'm gonna go rat her
And I
out.
just
You slip
turn
her.
around.
Do
I turn around.
you slip her something else? I'm just kidding. I'm being vulgar. I'm sorry, ladies
That's
and
all I
gents.
do. I give her her mask. I say, use this when you escape. And he will guide you.
She takes
And I'll make sure to say a prayer tonight for you.
before you leave. She places a kiss upon your cheek, and you make your way back down.
I just give her a little head nod, and I turn around and make my way back down to meet up where they are. And while I'm having that conversation, you guys can.
Big pimpin', Thaddeus.
I'm recruiting help.
but
Is that
you're-
the only reason, Thaddeus?
You're also making an enemy of the person that we're trying to gain favor from.
She doesn't.
He's banking on the fact that she's going to escape with no trace. But
All
know.
the employees, she cut their pay for a month. The last time someone questioned.
she
Talk
cut,
to
what
Bob.
do you-
she
what do we
cut the
care
guards'
about?
pay.
Yeah, but
she didn't
we
cut.
don't care about
She
that.
didn't cut the women's pay, but she did cut the guards' pay. Regardless,
I don't give a shit about that.
I'm not waiting on Madame Dumont, bro.
you're back down on the bar. Are you? Did you guys have a
I guess while I
sidebar you
was
wanted to
having
have?
that conversation,
Yeah, me and Jack walked down.
Okay.
and you guys were meeting over Varro while I was talking to this
Talking to
chick.
your boy.
Go ahead, hold on.
You okay?
No, it's your boy.
You dying over that?
Danger's always just kind of like observant. I wouldn't be the one to go walk up and like, because I also kind of don't care about him either.
So I'll walk up to him. I say, "Bar, what just happened up there? What's going on?"
I don't really want to get into it here and now. If you want to meet at a later time and place, I'll explain things to you and I'll let you know what's going on. But I cannot speak here about it.
So that's my nudge, Jack. And
Yeah.
tell him, come down.
I ask him. I say, "Of course. You know, I'm always here. Where would you like to meet and when?"
I'll swing by your place. Well, we could talk there. It's safe, right? I mean, no one will know.
Of course.
All right.
At this point, am I with them now?
Yes, you can come back down. You see Vara go back toward the door to
Go
assume
back to
his
his
duties.
post.
You know.
All right. I saw him talking to him.
Yes.
All right. So, Jack, what'd you speak to Varro about?
I tried to ask him what he was doing up there with Madame Dumont and the whole altercation, but he told us he's going to swing by our place, have a little chat, and he's going to go into further detail.
Could you do me a favor, maybe?
What is that favor?
The Tiefling girl. She could be a follower of Mask. Could work for us at the Bastion.
Okay.
She's a believer. She heard Mask speak to her. Could you speak to Varro when he comes to see us tonight to bring her with us? The shadows will guide them.
So we know Madame Dumont has a lot of influence in Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's got some pretty good influence. I mean, I wouldn't say over the entire city, but
well,
at least in this region of the city, yeah.
like if we needed to, yeah. So
maybe let's say her reach extends at least a couple districts. You know,
So is
she's
it
got a good
wise?
sway on this part of the
Is
city.
it wise to be making enemies of the person whose favor we were here to gain?
She didn't seem very favorable when she spoke to us there. Very curt, disrespectful. And to be honest, any information we need, we could get.
It feels like
Is
we're
her influence any different than ours?
yes. The influence of one of the main brothel keepers in the city is definitely different than three thieves who try to remain anonymous. We could absolutely use her in the future to try to gain more favor or to help us gain access as we climb higher up into the city. I don't see the point of burning a bridge if we don't need to.
We've already done her one favor. If she comes calling asking about the woman, I'll offer her another favor. Either that or I'll offer her a dagger to the throat.
Ooh.
Again, feels like violence without a purpose. But if you're really that into the tiefling, she better serve a purpose as well.
She's a follower of Mask. Mask will guide us and protect us in the shadows. She'll never know.
I don't give a shit about Mask. You're human deities. I prefer real knowledge, real information that we could use to our advantage.
I believe that she could lend us that knowledge. And if she gets away clean with Vara, the madam will never know. She doesn't have to know.
We'll see. We kind of agree to. I would say we kind of agree to disagree. We're not going to get into a fight over
Okay.
something like this.
Yeah.
But
You see what happens down the line, you know.
yeah.
The madam comes a knocking. We got the boys at the bastion. We're all
Well, I'm not worried about I'm not worried about her. I'm more concerned of she's someone that we could use that maybe we can't use in the future because she hates us.
What?
Gotta break an egg. Gotta break some eggs, baby. Are you gonna go speak to Vara about see if he can do me that favor?
Did he leave yet? Like he's gone?
He
No,
walked away back to the
Vara's
door.
chilling back at his post.
Oh yeah, he went to his post. That's why I came over and spoke to you.
Do we know this tiefling girl's name?
I did not ask.
You did not ask it.
Tiefling. Tiefling the tiefling.
Thiefling the Thrieve. Thrieve the tiefling.
Threefling.
Let's say her name is Miranda.
Miranda the Tiefling.
Lovely Miranda.
All right, so
Is that her?
She's
Is that her night worker
Mask
name,
is
or is that her?
She
real
just
name?
gave her name as Miranda. You don't know if that's her working name, her real name, but you know her as Miranda.
Mask is speaking to her.
Her name is
Mask has never
Chastity.
led me wrong
Chastity.
since I was a child.
Is her name Candy?
Yeah.
Sparkles?
Mask
Trinity?
saved your life.
He did. He did indeed. So I'll walk up to Vara. I say, hey, Vara, listen. My guy Thaddeus just got finished speaking to Miranda the Tiefling.
Tiefling the tiefling.
Tiefling the Tiefling.
Why would he speak to her? She's not even working right now. She's still recovering.
In the eyes of Mask, he told her.
What is this Mask you speak of? He's not familiar with Mask.
He's not familiar with Mask.
No.
He's about
Your best friend?
Yeah,
What
right?
kind of friend is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
also
You never-
also kind of weird that you're into Mask too. Like
Mask.
you're a big
Mask
huge
is
former
not one
soldier.
of the major deities. Not everyone knows of him.
How dare
But yeah, you also you're good friends with Vara, but you never really spoke religion with him.
Yeah,
So he's gonna seem confused when you start talking about Mask.
makes
I'm
sense.
just breaking balls.
I might not even mention Mask, honestly.
Now you're doubling back on your conversation, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him. You know what?
You're breaking that fourth
I'm
wall,
gonna tell
huh?
him, you know what?
I'll allow it.
I'm gonna tell him. You know what? Just don't worry about that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Miranda will be leaving tonight. Hopefully, since
What-
you said.
What do you mean by leaving? Where's she going?
Same reason as you. She's gonna come and talk to us.
Okay.
That is all. I just ask of you a favor. We will find a way to let her know. Just escort her.
I already told her to speak to Vara.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I already
Well,
told
maybe she didn't get the chance to yet because
Okay.
No,
but,
no. She
but
didn't
you're
get the
also
chance.
You wanna
you're
give them
letting
a
him
heads
know.
up.
Yeah.
I said
yeah.
tonight. I said speak to Vara.
Mhm.
yes.
help.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll let him know. Like she's gonna come speak to you.
Yeah.
She knows she's gonna come. If you could just get her there safely
Mhm.
and not be seen.
Okay. He's gonna be a little reluctant, but he knows he can trust you. He definitely trusts Jack. They're very good friends.
Yeah.
So he's gonna agree to your requests, and I'll do my best to sneak her out of here. The madam tends to go to bed early. She's just getting on in years. I'll manage to slip her out. Once my shift's over, I'll make it work.
Thank you. There's very important business that Thaddeus needs to discuss with this lady.
Is it just business? He kind of winks. Is it just business though, or you think he's got a little feelings for this one?
I don't know.
You want to insight check me?
Let's do it.
Are you part of this conversation?
No, I had
Okay.
him walk over.
You're
alone.
chilling at the bar.
Yeah, I don't really know Vara like that.
Okay. Yeah.
7. So
You're a bit unsure.
I tell him.
hard to tell.
So I just tell him. I say I'm not
Joe.
sure if that's his own business.
Okay. Well, regardless, the deed shall be done. Jack clasps arms. Yeah. My boy.
Forearm to forearm.
I'll be seeing you guys shortly.
All right. So we kind of see that they're ending their conversation.
Yeah.
So we just
we
say
have to go get Billy.
I think
Yeah.
by Also by this time you're approaching like noonish, midday.
Yeah.
All right. So we go. You get the
Billy,
barrels.
Billy,
Red
by the way,
barrels.
in this short amount of time, is now shit-faced. He is a gnome. He can't keep his drink. He can't keep his tongue either. You overhear him talking
You
to the
notice
bartender. Oh yeah, you walk up to him. He's talking to the bartender. Yeah, I met these guys on the lift. They tried to extort me, bastards.
I
They're
can't
real
sleep.
good. They're real.
I was about to say I was about to say I was gonna walk over,
Oh.
knowing how you don't like undisciplined people. I was just gonna pat him on the back and tell the bartender to cut him off.
Cass
I
Sleep
can't
and pick
sleep.
him up.
I walk where I hear him. I'm like almost hold myself back from like casting
So
something
the
higher.
I have to pull back on his shoulder and be like,
Especially I don't
Slow
like
a little bit.
gnomes really to begin with. So I already
Yeah.
kind of look down on him. I see him speaking. Take a breath and I cast sleep on him.
So Billy's face just plants into the giant flagon of mead in front of him, and the bartender just thinks he's just wasted,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's like, Is this one with you?
I said, pay him no mind. He's with us. He's leaving now.
No. I say, I have a better idea. Allow him to stay. When he wakes up, make sure you cover his bill. Make sure he pays his own bill.
real sly there. I like that.
No, we want him to come with us.
Yeah,
That was the whole purpose of
He's
bringing him.
undisciplined.
I know we can still use him. Let's bring him with
I
us.
thought you were against these.
Yeah, that's why I put him to sleep.
yeah.
We're gonna
But,
threaten
but
the
then
shit
what
out
was the
of
whole
him when he wakes
purpose of
Who's
grabbing
dragging
him?
him? He's got to carry the barrels.
I got rope. I can tie a rope around the barrels and hold them in one arm,
There you go.
and then I'll throw them over my shoulder on the
You
other
should
one.
drag him.
It helps having a 7
Yeah,
foot,
all right, I'll do
300
that.
pound
I'll
orc
just drag him by the
companion.
back of his collar, my arm behind me.
All right.
Did you tell me about Vara?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
then, as we're leaving now, right? Bringing the barrels,
Yes.
bringing Billy. All right, as we're leaving, I want to slip Vara 5 gold and just look at him and say, thank you.
So Vara takes the gold, gives you a nod, subtract 5 gold, and you guys head back out onto the crossing. So at this point, midday, what are you
Dragging Billy.
intending to do at this point?
We want to get to our bastion
Should
at this
we
point.
Okay.
So we have that black powder that is. I know it's not.
It is priority.
It's
yeah, you're right.
it's valuable. We don't want to be on the street with it lying longer than we
You
have
do
to.
notice that across the street there is a weaponsmith that you have yet to visit. That's the only really notable place on the crossing.
That's honestly all you guys. That's not. I mean, I can try
I don't
and get.
I don't use weapons. I don't.
I didn't give. Dumont
Weaponsmith,
the war-
armorsmith, like
Yeah, I didn't.
blacksmith
I don't-
type deal.
I don't wear
I
armor.
didn't
I don't
give
use
the
weapons.
warhammer. to
Okay, but
Dumont,
you got a
right?
warhammer, you got
That's what I'm
black
saying.
powder. What I mean, you know,
I would
it would be of use if you choose to
Well, I'll go over there and
partake
try
in the
and sell it.
services.
Well, I would say we're going into the city. We'll have time to do that. It'd be like if we're carrying around a briefcase full of cash. We don't want to be walking around in the open with it any longer than we have to.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into
That's
the
fair.
city.
Let's get
Get
into
to
the
the bastion.
city.
He's
All right.
right. We can always find
Yeah.
another blacksmith.
Yeah.
Let's walk towards the
I guess towards the gate.
Baldur's Gate. The gate.
Okay, so you're gonna hold on. Let me change the music.
Am I grabbing it?
Are we grabbing it? Are we throwing it on the board?
What?
The gate?
No.
Ah.
You are gonna grab clean the table. Bear with us, folks.
You hold this up to the camera. Give another shout out for Legendary Realms Terrain.
Legendary Realms Terrain.
You want me to hold it up? Which tab?
That's good. You can see it.
Got you.
I need the stone one that's over there, Matt. If you can just grab it.
You don't need. I'll take the clips off of this one.
You don't need the clips on that.
That's okay. We don't
It's
need
it's
to put
it's
them.
very flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Oh, I already got 2 of them off. Throw it back. If I have to throw them back on, I'll throw them back on.
And just roll that up next to you. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, see, dude, you don't need them.
All right, so we're back. We're like out on the street now.
Mm-hmm.
So say we're coming. Remember, coming from this way. Jax. He's got the barrels tied up over one shoulder. He's got the Billy over the other shoulder.
I'm just waiting for Matt.
So where are we? We're walking towards like the entrance to Baldur's Gate at this point now, right?
I mean, you're in Baldur's Gate. You're
I thought we
walking
were in
towards the.
Remington, but we're-
Yeah, you're on the crossing.
Yeah.
Now you're working your way
Crossing
towards
into
the,
the gate.
next district. You're progressing further into the city.
But there is a gate between Worms Crossing and Baldur's Gate, right?
Correct. And you're
Yeah.
that's the Worms Rock Fortress.
Yes, that's what we're going through.
Should I get stuff for this?
No. You're not near your bastion. Your bastion's not that close by.
How relative is the Bastion from where we are? How,
About 2 districts over.
so like, what's that like? If we were to walk directly there,
Um
2 hours, 3 hours? How,
no, not even like an hour maybe, but
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just
If we're
saying.
heading back there, should I get?
So, as you're walking past the weaponsmith, the dwarf proprietor recognizes, was it Thaddeus or Dangar, who had
Dangar.
previously mouthed off to him?
Dangar.
I did.
Okay.
I don't remember, but that sounds
Told
like
the fuck
sounds
off.
like me.
Okay. So as he's kind of hawking,
This must be bad.
ladies, gents,
He's out in front of his store.
welcome to the
Please,
crossing.
Please come into my store.
So he's hawking his goods, his wares,
I can't sleep.
and you,
Fireball.
please come in to the Hammerhand Brothers. We sell all manner of weapons and armor and accessories. We've got good deals going on. Come. And he notices Dangar, and he gives you this dirty look, and he kind of points at you, and he's like, that one. Even though you fucking pissed me off, I'd take your business. Come on, you pointy-eared bastard. What do you got for me?
Hammerhand was the inscription that was written on the ring that we took off Calrissian. He said, "Come to Hammer."
I can't sleep. No.
You're going to cast sleep on this guy? All right.
I tell Dangar, the ring, the dwarven ring from Calrissian, it says Hammerhand. He said that's the name of the store. Should we? Well, we can always put a pin in it. Come back later.
I would say let's come back.
I tell him over
Yeah,
here.
you got a drunk guy on your shoulder. And a
Yeah,
barrel or
yeah.
something.
But you can see I'm fuming at this because like any kind of insult.
Exactly. So I tell him, I said, just ignore it. Just keep going. We need to secure this back at the basket.
So I'd crackle a little lightning in my hand, and I just kind of like flicker it at his feet and let it.
And he runs back inside.
Yeah.
All right.
Good day, sir.
So,
Fucking dwarf.
Ooh,
What we got?
hello.
your sister swallowed.
Yes.
No shipping kids.
Oh, wait, no. That wasn't it. I scrolled up. Another person, Arcane Amphitheater. Thank you for the follow.
Sweet.
Anyways, all right. So you're going to progress further into the city, and at this point, you're going to pass through the gates of Worms Rock Fortress. Everyone's moving their way through it. It's closed off to the public. Otherwise, it's just you're passing underneath the fortress itself.
Yeah, just
But it's-
straight to the.
Yeah, there's a lot of guards here. There's a heavy presence of guards,
We gotta figure something out.
Gotta wake up Billy.
Oh, deception, bro.
I have
and
2 smoke powder barrels on my back.
They don't know what's inside the barrels.
so as you're walking your way,
The barrels don't say smoke black.
No,
or
no,
anything
no.
on them. Yeah.
the guards pay you no mind. They do see.
All right, sweet.
They kind of look a little oddly at your drunken, passed out guy on your shoulder, and they kind of motion you over, and they say, "Hey, what's wrong with that one?"
Oh,
Do you smell his breath?
Yeah.
I prefer not to. I mean,
He's pissed drunk.
you're just escorting the little lad home, eh?
you know the little ones. They can't hold their liquor.
The funny thing though is, that's Billy, ain't it?
Oh,
That's our boy.
he should be working the lift, but
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
What's he doing?
we found him sitting at the House of 1,000 Desires drunk.
Ah,
They're
that
taking him
scallywag.
We didn't want his wife catching wind of what was going on. We're
We're
gonna let him dry out.
I got you.
taking him back to our place.
Make sure he gets home safe, though. Billy's a good guy.
He's gonna sleep it off.
All right, all right.
He's the best.
By the way, what you got in them barrels?
Oh, that?
Yeah,
That's the wine that
you
Billy,
don't look like merchants.
That's the wine that Billy was drinking. We took it back from him. He said he won it.
Anything good?
Fuck if I know. If it got him this drunk, it must be pretty good.
Your wine? Or you're carrying it for somebody else? You're trying to sell it?
It's Billy's.
We can always use a little bit of extra drink on the side.
We'll come back when Billy wakes up.
I prefer to make a deal now, sir.
It's not mine to sell. Sorry.
Place the barrel down.
I want to roll I'm basically trying to deceive this guy. I'm trying to deceive
Yeah.
him. There's nothing to worry about. We'll come back when Billy wakes up with the barrels.
Okay, roll for deception.
Guidance. And add a D4.
Wait till he adds his 800 other things.
Yeah.
It's a 33.
Jesus. The guard.
19 plus 10 plus I rolled a 4 on the D4.
The guard looks a little tired. He's towards the end of his shift. He's like, you're being a little difficult here. I was just trying to buy some wine, but you know what? Get Billy, get him dried out before Merla catches wind of this. You're doing a good deed.
There's plenty of
Go
bars
back
to
your
buy
way.
wine. You're a good man.
Go about your way.
All right, so we keep rolling.
All right. So you're now about to enter the Twin Songs district, which is the next district after Rivington and the Worms Crossing. Immediately upon entering the district, 1 second.
Bro, 30 on stealth, 33 on
The fact that I have
deception,
guidance.
26 to sleight of hand.
That guidance is going to help out a lot.
The guidance is good.
So the smell of burning incense and the low chanting of religious figures is very prominent in this district. Twin Songs is basically known as the district of many deities. There's a lot of small temples and shrines dedicated to the many different deities that are worshipped in the realm. So a lot of people flock here to, pay respects, offerings. There's many altars, shrines, and there's also a few shops here and there that mainly cater to the religious crowds. Little tchotchkes, little offerings. They're trying to wheel and deal. Sell their little religious idols.
Relics.
Relics such as that.
Is there anything to mask? Any specific thing set up for mask?
Well,
There shouldn't
it's funny
be.
you say that because you do notice that there's everyone from heavily armed clerics walking about to robed priests and priestesses. And as you're walking the road, both Jack and Thaddeus, they have this sense that they need to check something out here, that there's something kind of pulling their attention in the district. And you both look at each other. What do you do?
Same feeling you got when you left the camp that day?
Exactly.
Dangar, we gotta make a quick stop. Follow along.
Stop for what?
At this
Just
point,
trust us.
you guys are going to actually part ways. Dangar, you're going to do what you want to do. You guys are going to
So I'm just
follow your lead.
Just dragging Billy with us.
I mean,
You
why
could-
wouldn't
well, you
follow
could-
him?
Right, yeah.
leave-
What if I don't want to part ways?
Okay, I mean, you want to accompany them to the... You literally just said, why do you want to make a stop?
Right.
Okay.
But
He said
I'm
to trust us.
but I'm concerned with the smoke powder. So like if they're taking the smoke powder, that's
He ain't carrying it.
I don't care about them.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm concerned about making a stop, not
Okay.
necessarily like, well, I want to do something else. It's we have this valuable shit that I want to get back to our secure
So
bastion.
I want to tell Dangar, like, just follow us, just hang back a little bit, and just keep watch. But just trust us on this.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that instead of walking like hip to hip with them, I'm gonna drop back a little bit.
We have an eerie feeling.
Kind of 20, 30 feet behind them, just kind of like how Dangar always is, just kind of lurking behind, watching, and doesn't.
Always lurking.
All right, so you leave the main thoroughfare of the district. You begin weaving your way back and forth through to the easternmost portion of the district. This is kind of where the more unsavory deities have their little shrines and altars. There's no major temples here, and the major land and only landmark in this district is called the Church of Last Hope. It's where a group of monks kind of cater to the sick, the ill. So near this church, there's a small stone structure, kind of looks like a mausoleum. It's unadorned, unassuming. There's no labels, there's no symbols on it. But this is where your attention's being drawn. And as you approach it, you feel that sense that you need to come inside. There's no door. There's just a single lit torch fixed to the outside wall of it. And there's stone steps that lead down into the darkness.
We speak to Jack and Orcish, and I say, "You want to leave the barrels and Billy at the top? Tell Dangar to watch them, and if something comes up, he can message us."
That's a good idea.
Let's see.
I call over Dangar and Elvish, and I explain to him what I just explained to you.
Okay.
So where are they going down into?
This small, unassuming structure. It looks like a mausoleum.
And I tell you basically, wait at the top here with Billy and the barrels.
This is something that's absolutely necessary. They'll let him know too. Like message will only hold for about 100 feet. If you go deep, we don't know where this underground mausoleum goes.
Let's just say, to break the fourth wall for a second, you guys know, not necessarily exactly what's inside this mausoleum,
We've
but
been to this place before.
you've been to this place before, and you know that you must go here right now. You're being pulled towards it, but Dangar does not know, like, what you're doing, why you're here, but you're kind of trying to instill that sense in him that, like, you have to do what you have to do.
Am I able to like tie at least one of the barrels to my back, or do I have to be slinging it over one shoulder?
Do you have rope?
I have rope.
So, if you want to do that.
All right, so I want to tie just one barrel to my back, so I don't have to waste any
Sure.
arms or
Get some
anything.
free hands, you know?
Exactly.
Okay, sure.
And I explained to Dangar that there's something pulling us here. We have to go down. We'll make it quick.
All right, make it quick. So I kind of post up. I try to find a spot that's like not just right at the entrance.
Yeah.
Like kind of.
Now, did you leave Billy with him, or you took Billy with you?
Billy's
So
smart.
maybe you threw Billy in a bush, you know?
As soon as Billy wakes up, he's getting the
Yeah.
Yeah.
go to sleep.
All right, so Jack and Thaddeus enter the shrine, or the mausoleum, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cast message before they go in.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So as you descend down, the air gets more heavier and damp as you descend the steps.
Is there torches on the walls?
He
There-
said there were...
There was a torch outside, but it's pretty dark inside.
Okay.
I light one of my candles.
Okay, you can light a candle. It smells very old and musty as you descend these steps. And then you pretty much reach the bottom. There's a short corridor. You start following it. There's no other passages. You're just in one passage.
We know where we're going, right?
Correct. But you come to a dead-end wall at the end of this short passage. There's nowhere else to go. However, the symbol of mask is upon this wall. Basically, there's no doorway. There's no place to enter a key. There's no visible way of getting anywhere else. There's just this dead end with a symbol of mask upon it.
Is there anything whatsoever near us, or is it just
Can we investigate?
wall,
Of course you
wall,
can.
wall?
Wanna
All right.
investigate? What's your investigation? Mine's +6.
Yeah, mine's -1.
All right, so you want to aid me?
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. So the symbol of mask is a mask.
Yeah,
you
the
do
black
notice that there almost is a very faint outline of arms reaching up towards the mask, like almost like motioning towards it. That's really all you could see.
Can I feel along the rock where the arms are? It
Yeah.
doesn't feel strange. Nothing feels out of place.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I put my candle down at the foot of the wall.
Mhm.
I take out. I have 3 daggers. So I take out one of my regular daggers. I put it down at the base of the wall.
Mhm.
I lay down 10 gold, and I say to Mask. I say out loud, so Jack can hear me. I just say, and I'm like down on my knees. I say, Mask, I can feel your presence. You brought us here. Help us, guide us. Is there something you need us to do?
So at this point, it's almost as if you're going to hear kind of like a whisper in your mind, not out loud, but it's going to say,
Both of us or just me?
just you, because you're speaking, you're making an offering, and you're going to almost make out the words, Don it. Don it.
Don it?
Yeah.
D-O-N?
It's 2 words, Don it. Do you know what the word Don means?
Like to don something, like to wear it?
Mhm.
Don it.
Don't you have a black mask?
I gave it to the girl.
Fucking tiefling. How far away are they from me at this point?
I mean, not far.
Well,
They're underground, but
I
they're
mean,
not
I take
far
out,
away.
I take out the dwarven ring. And I slip
And
it
I
onto my
have
finger.
I have an amulet. That's my holy symbol.
It does nothing. The ring.
Right?
The ring
Okay.
does nothing. What is your amulet?
It's literally just my holy symbol
The holy symbol of mask.
Of mask?
of being a monk. Yes.
Okay. Are you just standing there? I mean, what do you want to do with it?
I'm down on my knee. I'm just holding it and praying along Thaddeus.
Okay.
But-
Because you're using an object of worship for your deity, the wall begins to part.
What an orphan! I sprint in there.
So the wall begins to part. There's a soft glow of candlelight beyond. It's a relatively small room you're about to enter. You're gonna notice that there's an altar along the back center wall of the room, and also there's a tapestry above the wall done with the symbol of mask on it. Adorned with the symbol of mask. There's dozens of small candles, some very old, melted down, some new, just scattered about the room. So it's clearly a room of worship. The most noticeable thing in this room, though, you notice it right away, there's two individuals within the room kneeling down in front of the shrine. They're completely unfazed by you opening the door. Like, you would think that anybody would just turn around and be like, who the hell is that? No, they're focused on
Do
praying.
they have, like, hoods up or anything?
Correct. They don't seem to move at all. They're unfazed. You can only notice from this angle, because their backs are turned to you, that they're both clad in black cloaks, hooded black cloaks. So you're entering the room at this point.
I gather up the offering that I had before.
Yeah.
And is there a place to put offerings?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Yeah, I mean, they're in front of the altar. That's where the offerings will be placed, but they're blocking it. So as you move into the room, they're both going to rise up in unison and turn around. Now, you're going to see that one of the individuals wears a mask that's very similar to Mask's own mask. I keep repeating his name, but the mask.
The mask of masks.
It's black mask. It's tinged in red. It's got like red trim to it. Also, they're clad in like soft gray leather armor beneath the cloak. The other person is clearly a female. You could tell just by her pale glowing skin. She's got dark hair that flows towards the ground. And her eyes almost seemingly glowing in white. She's kind of creepy looking. She's also barefoot. And she's almost like shrouded in this like shadowy gloom about her. Seems unnatural, in other words. The other figure is more like of a roguish type, like armor, but this other woman is very unnatural seeming. What do you want to?
As they get up and turn and look at us, I'll speak in Thieves' cant.
Okay.
And I'll say, if your prayers are over, we'd like to give our offerings and say our will.
Okay. They're gonna immediately greet you. They know who you are. They're gonna say,
all right.
"Hello, Jack. Hello, Thaddeus.
What's up, bro?
We welcome you back, brothers. Mask has been anticipating your arrival ever since you came back into the city. He's been calling you.
That was like 30 seconds ago. He's fancy.
He's watched your actions with most interest. He's pleased you still draw breath after those events in the forest and in the caves. He wants to congratulate you on your most recent theft and for surviving the ordeals you have undergone the last few days.
Of course. How much money has he told you to give us?
There is no offering from the deity himself.
I'm joking.
Now the other person speaks up and says, "Our Lord Mask has been pleased with your prayers and offerings to him these last few years, but now he wishes to have you undertake a task directly for him. Within the district of Stony Eyes, within the city, lies a particular and peculiar museum of art. Our Lord, however, does not ask you to retrieve any art in particular, but rather a weapon that is on display. The owners of this establishment considerate work of art due to their rather interesting tastes.
What's the name of the establishment? Do they know? Did they say it?
They did not say it.
Okay.
You are to infiltrate the museum and retrieve this weapon. It's a long sword that holds great value to our Lord. You will know it once you see it. However, you must heed this warning. You are not meant to wield this weapon. It is far too powerful for you. It must be kept inside its scabbard, lest you find out what attempting to wield it will do to you.
Now I'm intrigued.
No one must know what the Lord has tasked you with doing. If you're found out, Mask will be most displeased.
Do you know the name of the
Dude, the
museum
music
where it's
fits
held?
this like perfectly. I don't even know how it fell into place like that, but I'm like getting the chills. I'm like, yes, yes.
Do you know the name of the museum?
Our Lord has not provided us with that information, but from what we know, it should be easy to locate.
So, Stony Eyes District, Tree Weapon Infiltrate Museum, Long Sword. Do not wield it.
Not wield the weapon.
He's
Thaddeus
reading
has his
it-
notebook like
he's reading it back to them.
Yeah. Yes, we've told you all this.
I look back at Jack and say, "What do you think?"
This is something that we have to do. It will be done.
Do you have anything else to say to them or ask them? Any questions?
I speak to them through the message at this point. And say, hey, what's going on?
Are we 100 feet away?
I'm Batman.
Are we 100 feet away, or are we too far?
You're too far at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
said-
could try, but they descended down this corridor, down the passage, into this room.
Open the secret door.
Yeah,
okay.
they can't hear you at this
You had
point.
said before that they were pretty close. But,
Well, yeah, when they first entered and like kind of descended, but now they're
okay.
deeper in.
I'm
I
up
look
on
at
the
them
surface.
and say,
Joking
Jack and I
Billy.
will get the sword. You say you'll know it when we see it?
You will know it. Our Lord will bless you with the knowledge.
Is there anything else we need to know before we go forth with this endeavor?
The Lord has no other further information. However, just know there will be great reward for helping him in this matter.
Great reward.
Go now. Be quick. Mask has foreseen great darkness in your near future.
Are we still allowed to leave our offering and say our prayers before we leave?
Of course.
I step forward, I put the dagger, I put the 10 gold down, and then I say to Mask, I say this in my head. I close my eyes, and I say, there's a girl coming to see us tonight. You've heard her, you've reached out to her. Guide her. Let her come see us. Offer her passage.
The Lord knows of this tiefling.
I'm saying this in my head.
Oh. Okay.
And then I get up.
Well, you're praying this?
Yes, I'm praying this in my head.
Okay.
I'm saying this
Well,
to Mask directly.
maybe to your surprise,
Drop my
these
bouncy dice.
figures hear you and they say out loud, the Lord knows of this tiefling. She will be taken care of.
Thank you, brothers and sister.
You're most welcome.
Sister.
Jack?
Now, are you trying to
Thank
leave?
you.
Well, I want to give him a chance to do
Okay.
this thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just gonna pray alongside you.
Okay.
Jack, pretty much.
I was doing silent prayers, so.
No, I mean, I'm gonna pray alongside you, and we're gonna wrap it up. We don't want Dangar being up there too long
Are we getting all
with,
antsy
with the gnome. Yeah.
Alright.
All right, so you're going to make it where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. While this has all been happening,
Oh boy.
you've been chilling outside, kind of just, looking about.
Lurking in the shadows.
Go in there.
You're kind of just keep an eye. The sudden feeling of being watched hits you yet again.
Look for children. Dangar's. Come in. Check. Radio check.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to cast invisibility.
You're going to cast invisibility?
I'm going to cast it on myself.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay. So I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. I'm going to say we're just like chilling in the corner or whatever. I'm going to cast it on myself. I'm going to kind of move a little bit away from Billy, and I want to roll perception and see if I can notice anybody or anything specific looking for me.
Okay.
18.
At this point, you see...
19.
Okay. At this point, you're gonna notice that you're almost in like a line of altars, shrines, like almost like it kind of looks like a cemetery almost, like with these little like monuments and everything. So it's kind of set up in a grid. So you're down this one area, like against the city wall at this point, and out of the corner of your eye, you do notice a small child peeking out from one of the like corners of one of the shrines. It is a small drow child.
Oh no! That kid is good as dead.
Radio check. Radio check.
Now
Hope everyone tuned in for some child murder.
the child begins to approach the shrine and sees Billy sleeping and kind of is like poking at the barrels, like kind of like, well, what is this? Where did they go? She did see you, but now you're gone. She
Yeah.
might have assumed that you just took off.
It's a female child.
It's a female child.
Can't believe we're about to kill a child.
Oh my god.
So she's over by Billy,
Mhm.
and she's just kind of poking, trying to see what's going on.
Yeah.
She casts message. Leave now and never come back.
I can't sleep.
You can't sleep on the child?
Yep.
Okay.
I can't sleep.
What does the child have to roll?
15.
Okay.
Wisdom.
All right, 1 second.
Sleep. Most used spell in our campaign.
It was useful.
Very
I could have cast lightning bolt.
I'm surprised you didn't.
They're level 6, which I mean I hate drow, but I'm also like, we're in the middle of the street. I'm not just gonna fucking.
We're in a back alley.
I'm out of cara.
Look at them. How do you pluck them?
But
That's pretty good. That's pretty
I also want to know, like, what the fuck, like.
good. Okay, hold on.
You walk up to them and go, first we bow.
All right, roll the 4. So the child kind of crumples down to the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do next?
Unconscious.
So I walk back over to the child, and is there people walking by, or is it?
You're in a tucked away corner. This is kind of like an area where not a lot of people are going. Mask isn't a well-known deity, so
Okay.
there's nobody in visible sight.
Okay. So the sleep only lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So if we're like kind of tucked into the corner, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, and
At the end of the
say
minute, they
say
roll, correct?
Jack and Thaddeus,
Yeah, but after a minute,
they're in like they're in the midst of doing everything they just did. So like they're not coming up like right away. Like
So
this is occurring at the same time.
Even I kind of drag her behind Billy in the barrels, and I just kind of get down on a knee. I take out one of my daggers, and I just hold it to her throat and wait for her to wake up. Like, just calm, patient. Like, just
Okay.
I press enough that like she'll feel that if she moves at all, like I'm just gonna fucking press it right into her.
Yeah. So
Child murder. Definitely a sponsor of this campaign.
so this
No.
this child opens her eyes, shocked, clearly, and this child is a lot quicker and has lightning reflexes. She kicks you in the knee, gets up, and starts taking off.
Her throat would be. I'm having the knife pressed in against her throat.
Like I said, the child is way quicker and more nimble than you thought. This is no ordinary child.
Yeah, but there's nowhere to go.
You got there, she leaves in the same direction you guys came.
Okay.
She takes off.
I
What-
figure she's a god, and I don't chase her.
You're not gonna go after her?
If she's fast enough that I'm pressing something against her throat and she just disappears, I figure there's no point in chasing her because I'm not ever gonna catch her if she's like a superhero. So at least I know it's got something to do with Drow, and I just let her go.
Okay. So she takes her off running, and at this point, Jack and Thaddeus emerge from the shrine, and they kind of see you looking like real pissed off. Do you guys say anything to him?
I say, sorry we took so long.
No, it's fine. This fucking superhero Drow.
Drow, you say.
Oh, it's fucking under elves. But there was a child that was following us. I hid around I explained to them, like, I made myself invisible. I hid. seemed
You
like
gave him the spiel. Yeah.
a child.
Did she have any distinguishing clothing, any markings we should be aware of?
She was. I mean, I would assume she's just kind of dressed in rags, as far as I.
You didn't also have like a ton of time to like really investigate. You can't sleep.
I was also.
You were ready. You were poised,
like-
ready to maybe interrogate her
Yeah.
when she surprised you and took off.
So, shady children.
This. I mean, this almost makes me feel like it's.
Was this what was bothering you back in Worms Cross?
Yes, but this. I don't even think this was a child at this point. I've never seen anything move that fast.
We'll keep a lookout.
Yeah.
I think we want to.
We should keep moving.
Let's go back to the back.
Yeah.
Go back to the bastard.
We should keep moving.
All right, so you're gonna make your way back like to the main thoroughfare of the
I wanna
district.
do it slowly while keeping lookout for children.
Okay.
Right. Right. We want to take our time and kind of keep on the lookout for any more demon children.
Demon children.
Yeah.
I think we should keep a decent pace, though. We
Yeah,
should
that's what I was
That's
gonna
what I
say.
mean.
We need to keep a pace, but stay on alert at the same time.
So I want to roll perception as we're moving, keeping a good pace.
And I also think we should be keeping a distance between us as well.
Well,
Okay.
hang back. Keep hanging back.
Yeah. So we'll say we're walking. Jack Scott. Billy.
Flying V.
I'll hold up the back because I'm stealthy.
Yeah.
Fine,
Well, I'd
Vic.
say we'll let Jack be out in front, and we'll kind of be walking along the sides of the streets behind
And
us.
I want to roll for perception to keep an eye. You want to roll for perception on your side of the street?
Guide. If you even need it.
I'm at a 19.
19.
Did you say you
also.
made your way back onto the main street?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
each rolling perception on our
Okay.
side of the street.
All right.
We're kind of like we're flanking Jack in this
Yeah.
position.
Flying V
Looking out
formation.
for-
Yeah.
We
Okay.
both-
Strange children.
Yes.
We both
So
rolled 19s.
on the other side of the street, near one of the vendors,
My side or his side?
let's say on Thaddeus's side,
Yeah.
you actually are going to notice not only the same child that assaulted you and took off.
Well, I wouldn't know that, but
Oh, okay. All right. You are going to notice two children, two drow children, one boy, one girl, talking, and it looks like the girl is very distressed, and it looks like the other male child is angered. You can't hear them from this distance, but you notice they're kind of
they
going
don't
back and
notice
forth.
me, though.
They don't notice you. They're distracted. They're in the thick of an argument. It seems.
With his 19, is he able to if I look
Yeah,
over
do I
and lock
notice
eyes,
them
is he
too?
gonna perceive me?
Yes.
I'm able to. I look at him and I just give him a little,
Yes.
like a nonchalant signal,
Uh-huh.
to point towards the drow children.
Yes.
I'm back with barrel one behind my
Yeah,
back.
you're walking.
Yeah.
I have no hands anymore.
Yeah.
So
Is Billy still knocked out at this point?
Oh, yeah.
Billy's
Okay.
still unconscious.
All right.
We said we're on. So there are other people on
How
the street
far are
at
they
this
from
point.
us, roughly?
20, 30 feet. Not far. I don't know if you want to throw another
Let me.
another child on the board.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna. Just, we'll
And
say
maybe
that's-
put like here. Put them near one of the. Say this is one of the vendors, like a cart. Put them near the cart.
About 40.
Do a dividing line in the street.
They're about 40 feet from you, 30 feet in front of me.
There's a Z28 whipping down the other side of the road.
35, 40. Yeah, 35, 40, 30 feet from me, 35, 40 feet from
There's another little guy.
You don't have to go crazy.
Grab Scraglo.
No, never.
Why? Tiny.
Yeah, at least they'll be like the same size.
Okay, there you go. All right, so what do you do next?
I signaled to him that they're about 40 feet from you.
I can't sleep
On who?
on the girl.
On the girl again?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, which one? This one?
Yeah. No. So we took the girl off. So the girl's the unpainted one.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to try to stealth up behind the other one.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep
Making your way.
walking straight line.
Yeah, you're
Making my
gonna do
way
so.
downtown, walking fast.
That's a 24 on stealth.
Okay, yeah, you managed to slip through the crowd and onto the side of the thoroughfare.
All right, and then
I can't sleep on the girl.
Okay. She rolled an 8.
She's asleep.
She yet again slumps to the ground, and the male child looks like shocked and he's trying to
I
like shake
sneak up
her
behind
awake.
the male child, and I immediately grab him by his back and head and put my +1 dagger straight across his throat, and I'm grappling him tight. And I say, "Don't fucking move."
Now at this point, put a vendor up. Like say this guy is the proprietor of this stall.
Yeah.
He's like right next to you guys,
That's
and
fine.
his shock
Keep me
of
moving
you
forward.
putting a knife
So
to
I'm
the
like-
throat of a
I'm like
child,
right
Yeah.
near
while another child just literally
Well,
just
he was just
fell
like, it's-
unconscious in front of him. He immediately is like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you putting the knife to the throat of this innocent child? And what the hell happened to that one?"
I look at him and say, "Mind your fucking business, fat man. If you know what's good for you."
Yeah,
And I
so-
flip him a gold coin.
And I
He-
kind of stroll over at this
He
point. too.
he grabs the coin and kind of slinks his way back behind his cart because he's scared shitless.
Good.
-1 gold.
Actually, you know what?
You're also going to notice that you're in a crowded place. A lot of people see you do this,
Oh, I did.
but no one.
Can I do it with like sleight of hand, stealthily?
No, people see this, but no one really seems to care. This is a bustling city. Everyone's minding their own business. People may be giving you glances, but he was the only one that really reacted because it was literally right in front of him.
Do I perceive any alleys or something around us?
I mean, yeah, like if you were to move behind the cart, there might be like, some side streets to go down.
I look at Dangar and say, "Message Jack.
Yeah.
I'm taking this one behind the cart."
So I cast
And I
message.
say
Okay.
to this one, "Follow me behind the cart, or you'll lose your fucking head."
And he's like panting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I tell Jack what's going on too.
I'm gonna
and-
stand next to the cart.
Well, we need you
Okay.
to drag the boy.
Yeah.
I have no hands.
Oh, drag
Well-
the boy.
Unless you want me to put down one of the gunpowder.
Yeah, I drag the girl around. Or yeah, the
You
girl.
should be able to.
the girl was the
She's
one that
a
I
little
casted,
girl that's
sleep
asleep.
on.
Okay.
So and we'll just have Jack and Billy and just kind of.
Put me next
Chilling.
to the vendor so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
There's just me standing next to him. Like,
Just
Well, the
unti-
vendor was kind of. That's fine.
Well,
That's
put
fine.
more- put
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
Yeah,
pressure
you're
on
keeping
him.
eyes on the vendor. Make sure he doesn't run off and tell anybody.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
putting,
it.
I'm
I
putting
get
the
it.
pressure
I
on him.
Yeah.
Dangar, is this the one?
The girl is the one that I saw before. I haven't seen the boy.
And the boy, please, sis, don't hurt me. This is just what we were hired to do.
I want to roll insight and see if he's full of shit because I strongly feel like he is full of shit.
About saying they were hired to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
You don't really think one way or the
No.
other. But that's
Uh,
what he says.
I do think one way because he's
Okay.
I think. I
But
do
basically,
I want to say to the kid right now, say, you have one chance and one chance only. You give me the first and the last name of the person who hired you. And if I'm unhappy with your answer, you won't be walking away from this car.
and he's bawling at this point. Please, 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 sir, please. My sister, she meant no harm. Like I said, we were hired by a man. It was nighttime. It was dark. The only thing I can make out that he was wearing a wide brim hat, leather armor. He also had a hand crossbow at his hip. He kept stroking it, like it was almost a pet of his. He told me one of you knows him. That he wanted you to see me eventually. You were supposed to spot us.
So I'd I take like a step over. So you have one more chance to tell us who it is, or I'm going to fucking end you.
Sir,
fucking
a name
underout.
was never given to me. He just passed us gold and told us to watch you. I've never met this man in my life.
I want to roll insight to see if he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Possibly history to see if I remember who he's talking about.
What are you rolling first?
I'll roll the history first because that came up first.
Okay.
Let's see if I know who he's talking about with my history. Ooh, +2. That's not good. 6. On history. See if I
6
know.
on history. Let's put it this way. You absolutely know who this person is. You don't know your companions. Well, you and Jack know this person. Dangar, not necessarily, unless you may have spoken about him in the past.
Do I know a name?
You do know a name. Just let me recall the name.
I'll I'll roll the insight.
I'm already starting to lose my patience. I'm getting to the point where like I've unsheathed my dagger. I'm ready to slit this kid's throat.
1 second.
Alright,
Bear with
okay.
me. Bear with me.
And I rolled an insight of 16 to see if he's telling the truth.
So I know you have your knife to his throat, but I'm ready
Okay.
to just
Stab the unconscious.
Now,
there's
what did
two
you
of
all?
them.
What did you
In
all?
my
insight?
mind, I only
16 to see if he's telling the truth.
Okay. He is 100% telling the truth. This kid is scared shitless. He does not want to be murdered along with his sister. He 100% was. They were paid to do this task. They don't know who hired them. They're street urchins. They're just trying to get by. So you know this man to be Silas Whisperwind.
Silas Whisperwind.
You guys were part of the Whisperwind gang before you joined up with Dangar. This is the leader of your former gang.
Then I turn and look at Dango and say, I know this man. Silas, the leader of the gang Jack and I were in.
I want to roll Arcana
Okay.
on the girl
On the unconscious girl.
Okay.
She was tricksy.
because there has to be something going on with her because for her to like be the Flash. 5. Get out.
In the jail.
In the jail.
You have this just sense that there's something more than meets the eye with this girl, but you can't place you can't figure it out. You're also the girl at this point is up and she's just so scared and making direct eye well, she glances at Dangar and glances away and she just says, please, the elf. There's something about him. He has such hatred in his eyes. I don't know what it is, but he looks at us with just such hatred and disdain.
And I say, well, if you were being followed around by a couple little shits like yourselves, wouldn't you hate the person?
Sir, it's more than that.
I say it is more than that. Fucking under elves. Said that fucking the breath that escapes your lungs disgusts me. All right, so dagger is unsheathed. I'd point it right at the girl now. I said, I want to know. He knows the man that hired you. I want to know how you were able to escape when I had my knife up to your throat before. You're going to answer quickly, or I'm going to butcher the both of you.
So, in a moment of courage, the brother kind of like interjects and kind of puts his body in front of your dagger.
I have my knife to his throat. I'm holding him.
Oh.
I'm holding on to him.
Well,
I'm like grabbing him by his
the
collar,
brother does kind of press up against your dagger with a bit of confidence and just speaks to you and says, "Sir, don't harm my sister. Take me instead. I don't know what it is about her, but she has abilities. We've been on the streets our whole lives, but there's just something about her that I've known to be since she was born. She has some sort of talent, but we've never been able to figure it out."
I look at them.
You can tell I'm like trembling.
I look at Dango and say,
I'm so ready.
I say, Dango, give me a minute. How long have you been following us? And be honest.
Ever since we got word of you're traveling back into the city.
2-3 days?
Yes.
It could be useful. It took us 3 days to figure out they were telling us.
I would say you know me well enough at this point. You know there is no chance that I'm gonna work with Drow.
I know.
Like you can tell, I'm like seconds away from slashing both of them.
Dangar has no
patience.
qualms about killing children if they're Drow.
I pick up the little kid with both my hands and I say, you have 3 seconds to leave before he fucking kills you. And I toss him. I throw him against the car.
So he collects his sister and they just bolt. You'll never see them again.
I stroll out from behind the car very happily. I'm no figure ever. I say, Jack, Silas has looked like he's been checking in on us.
Jack clearly knows who Silas is.
I just remain silent. I just nod my head. Okay.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, who is Silas? You gotta give me something, otherwise I'm gonna lose it, and I'm just gonna tear up the whole fucking street.
Silas, what race is Silas again?
He's a human.
Human. I explained to Dangar who Silas is. He was the leader of the gang that we were before we left, and how this gang, we pulled a number of jobs with them. Were all the gang members also follower of Mask as well, or no? Just us two?
No, just you two.
Just you two. But they were.
It was a Thieves Guild gang.
It was a Thieves
basically.
Guild gang, yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And you did leave on amicable terms with Silas. I wouldn't say he's your best bud, but you didn't leave
We'll
with
make it
any
more money
ill.
with somebody
There's no
else.
reason to believe he'd have like
Harm.
malicious intentions.
But you might be a little suspicious of why he's looking for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
So we're a little suspicious of why he could be looking for us, but that can be dealt with later. We know where he is. We know where to find the guy.
That was going to be my next.
And with
question.
that being said, you do know that Silas and the gang has always operated out of the sewers below the Southfoot District,
They stink like shit.
which
if they associate with Drow, I believe you.
which is the next district over.
To aid to like play with Dangar's emotions. I go, yes, filthy fucking sewer drow. That's one of the reasons why we join with you. A beautiful home is better than the sewers with the drow.
So I tell them, calm your nerves. We need to keep moving.
All right. Well, I kind of they're like I can't see them anymore, so it's like I can kind of like I
find my crossbow at the children.
I compose
As they run.
compose myself, and like I refocus. We have the smoke powder. Like, all right, Jack, this is why I liked you to begin with. You're a fucking crazy orc, but you're able to stay focused on the task at hand. Let's get back to the bastion.
All right. With that
Call
being
it
said,
there.
gentlemen, I close the
Almost
book.
had some drow blood spill.
Almost had child murder. Almost had a little bit. Just a smidgen of child.
Thank you, everybody who's watched tonight. Great to have another episode under our belts here.
Maybe you'll get to see some child murder next time.
Let's not count on that.
No child murder.
As a father, I generally do not like child murder.
I have the most children here.
And none of them are drow.
Regardless, if you'd like to tune in, our next episode is
May 9th.
May 9th,
May 9th.
9 p.m. again, Eastern Standard Time. And if you'd like to catch this episode, will be uploaded tomorrow on YouTube, and it'll be available for 1 week on the Twitch, and we'll be taking some clips off.
2 weeks now. 2 weeks on Twitch.
2 weeks on Twitch.
We are affiliates.
Very correct. We've gotten a little upgrade there. But we'll also be posting some highlights and some reels for some key moments.
Yeah, check out the Instagram. We'll be posting. We'll be posting stories. We'll have some reels.
Unfortunately,
updates.
no reels of child murder.
No.
Very unfortunately.
Besides Dangar, the rest of us don't condone it. He's just a piece of shit. Anyways, thank you, everyone, and good night.
Later.
Talk to you guys.
Peace.
Deuces.